wild electric running through my mind. Daylight slipping away, yeah. Feel ready to release that sound. Embrace this beautiful day. And I never knew I could feel like this. I'm alive with vibes so positive. So I smile easily. So I smile easily. Smile. So I smile. And I never knew I could feel like this. I'm alive with vibes so positive. So I smile easily. So I smile easily. Smile. Smile. So I smile. Smile. So I smile. And I never knew I could feel like this. And I never knew I could feel like this. And I never knew I could feel like this. I'm alive with vibes so positive. And I never knew I could feel like this. And I never knew I could feel like this. And I never knew I could feel like this. I'm alive with vibes so positive. Smile. So I smile.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to SE Showdown Mark 13. I'm PJ the Puff, joined by Slow Motion, and we are once again in Southeast Asia, bringing you some of the best action in Asia in Brawlhalla. Slow Motion, how are you doing tonight?
I'm well. This is like this is the middle of the night. These are my prime hours. I'm happy to be here. Haven't got to see a good. I'm sorry, I haven't been able to see one of the SEA Showdown tournaments in quite a while, so it's I'm happy to be here and to turn up for it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really excited to be here as well. I've got some new equipment. I'm always happy to continue to be doing some of these community events. And yes, Rage, that is Slow Motion casting at 1 a.m. And hey, put a little credit on PJ's plate here. It's 11 p.m. for me, you know what I'm saying? So we got two North American casters here bringing you Southeast Asia Showdown. Really excited to be here. I finished a stream today and just excited for some more Brawlhalla action. We got really fun matches. We got a bit of a Cinderella run in the elimination side of the bracket. Got Heavy in the winner side of the bracket. Heavy 3-0 over KeithThePooPoo. C13 of the tournament, beating PR number 1 in Southeast Asia, the king of Southeast Asia, as I like to call him. So yeah, pretty crazy stuff happening already.
No, that is a crazy run. Be able to take knock KeithThePooPoo down to elimination side, to be able to lock that upper final in. That is crazy. But he is going up against Malovent, who is of course power rank number 2 for this event. So he has got another battle in front of him.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be like, this is kind of the nature of events like this, especially community events and Southeast Asia Showdown, which we call it a community event, but in reality, it's the same players you see in the officials.
For sure.
Even then, we got Heavy, seed number 13, beating KeithThePooPoo in winners finals versus Malevolent, who is, PR number 2 of the tournament. Is Malevolent what they go by? Yeah, it's just Malevolent. Okay. I know that Southeast Asia and MENA have a little bit of cross-pollination, especially at events like this, and you might have seen kind of the shenanigans going on Twitter coming out of Southeast Asia and MENA. They've been grinding a lot together, which is really exciting to see because, a lot of these players aren't able to make it out to LANs, but they're happy to be here together online, playing, money matching, getting that practice in, and then doing well at community events. It's always fun to see.
No, it is crazy. You mentioned that how much some of the countries bleed in between the regions. Setting up the matchmaking queues and having all the regions running now over at Bearded Brawls. I keep getting DMs like, no, I'm, even though my country's here, I play in this queue and blah, 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 and just having to go through and try and make everybody happy. There is definitely a lot of crossplay that goes on between those two regions.
Yeah, absolutely. And it just continues to kind of showcase the diversity of Brawlhalla and the fact that no matter what part of the Brawlhalla community we're in, there's always so much more Brawlhalla to be played, and that's what we're doing here today. And I say there's more Brawlhalla to be played, but the players wouldn't show me that because they're not in the lobby yet. We are waiting on the players, ladies and gentlemen. But no flame to them. They've had a long day of tournaments.
No flame to them. Flame to production. Like, he told us we had a game. He lied to us, PJ.
We were just on call earlier today. He was like, you know what? I'm going to do my best to make it so that, one of my goals is to make it that the casters don't have to fill so much.
Right.
And here we are. Picture of sweet tea. We're filling right now. You know what I'm saying? like a gas pump. We're just here. We're talking. People call it waffle. We call it filling. There's a lot of different expressions for it. But what the feeling
Blaster
is
shots fired. Blaster shots fired.
But yeah, no, we're here. We're excited. I'm just happy to be a part of this tournament. And I'm seeing you all in chat. I do appreciate you all tuning in tonight, whatever time it may be. But we got predictions started. Make sure to be predicting in the chat. I love to see especially people getting involved in that way. Yeah, it's fun to be here. I've said it like 4 times tonight. We are waiting for Southeast Asia to join the lobby. We are here.
We're just waiting for the whole region to join the lobby. They're all just going to hop in here.
I kind of assume that that's what's going to happen, right? They're all going to just kind of like appear in like a scroll, when they read an order from like an imperial king, and it's like boom, a scroll. You know what I'm saying? It's never just like one sentence at a time. You see the whole scroll. So hopefully the scroll of Southeast Asian players make their way here. It's kind of messed up because it's 11:16 or 11:17 in the night for me. So filling is especially difficult at this time of night. How do you feel about it?
I love the purposeful waffle that is happening right now, live in front of me. It's great.
I'm just trying my best to keep it together here, as we all are, and I'm excited to keep it together in the filling, but lose our minds in the gameplay, because that's just what Southeast Asia brings you. Of course, they bring you some very high octane gameplay. They are kind of their own microcosm in the Brawlhalla community. Once again, they don't really make it out to lands a lot, so we look to the online events like SCA Showdown. I know Bearded Brawls did some stuff for Meta and Southeast Asia, and as well as the officials to show us what they got. But we got our first player here, Team Speed, first to the lobby. Shout out to the Team Speed out there. If you're not Team Speed, we got beef.
This is why.
Okay,
this
cool.
is why.
Slow
This is
motion.
why I
Let's
love
go.
you, PJ. This is why I love you.
Yeah, it's all about the right take. I saw purple. I'm like, slow motion has to be Team Speed as well. But Heavy first to be in the lobby, locking in on the Team Speed, and we're now waiting for the his opponent, who in the winner side of the bracket is Malevolent 7. Going to be excited to see what they do. It's always funny to see like the challenger mode giving them a tier, but that's not really like a good indicator of who they are. Stat tool is a little strange for us right now because of the transition. So I want to do a quick shout. Please go over to x.com or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. Go over to Pro Brawlhalla's Twitter and click the link to link your StartGG and your Challenger Mode account so that we can have the stats accurately. If you want us to continue to tell the best stories we can in Brawlhalla, please do so. I will shout that a lot this stream. Please, if you're at home, you enter tournaments, please lock in your Challenger Mode and StartGG into the stat tool. Let's integrate it. Let's get it ready. We got a LAN coming up. We want to know your story. The only way we'll know is if we get you in the stat tool.
Tell him, PJ. What else should we tell him? Oh yeah, we have watch. We'll see how prepared. We'll see how prepared production is. So we have CEO coming up. Mid-season is coming up. I know we have some North American players in the chat watching SEA Showdown. Yeah.
Oh!
That's right. Get over their $100,000 prize pool. Sunny Orlando, Florida, June 13th through the 15th, and I think the final tournament maybe at StartGG for Brawlhalla.
Yeah,
it feels like the last one.
I do know for a fact that things will be moving over, as well as BCX signups. Once again, also BCX is live, but we're at mid-season right now. Mid-season championship, start.gg/Brawlhalla, giving a send-off to StartGG, but welcoming in the LAN and the new venue. But it looks like we got our next player here. We got Malevolent joining the lobby. We're going to be moving over to the lobby screen. I love this overlay, by the way. I've been starting making graphics. It's always cool to see the overlay. Yeah, it's nice and clean. That's what it's all about. We got Malevolent on the Patrick Star. Fun fact, everybody, Teros, for the first time in a really, really long time, has surpassed Mordex as the most played legend in Brawlhalla, kind of showing what the meta has shifted towards. And Heavy will also shift towards that meta as well, with Hammer being very strong right now. We got Cassidy, we got Patrick Star. We're here at SCA Showdown for Winners Finals.
Okay, this is actually kind of refreshing. I mean, we've seen a lot of Teros across all the regions, of course, no matter what event it is. I mean, the meta is just good right now for Hammer, especially. But it's nice seeing some Cassidy, see the Blasters buff at work here. Also with the Hammer buff, Cassidy, very, very solid legend right now in the meta.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the stage list as well being very, very strong for Hammer in general. Been playing a lot of Thor, and I really feel that the presence of like whatever is strong and competitive in terms of maps being picked, Hammer is really, really strong, as well as in general getting the damage buff, so you're getting way more damage per hit and interaction. We got Malevolent locking in Patrick Star. Cassidy on the other side, having both Blasters and Hammer, two of the best weapons in the meta currently.
3, 2,
I mean, you pick a top tier, you succeed, and now you're here in Winners Finals of SEA Showdown. We got game number 1.
All right, here we go. Malevolent.
60 damage.
Malevolent. I can't even say it now. Malevolent going straight to work on that Hammer.
Yeah, I mean, so much damage on the Teros.
Yeah,
You're already
for sure.
into Dark Yellow. Literally 2 interactions, but this is what Heavy wants. Playing around underneath the soft platform so that Malevolent can't land with an aerial, and then going for N-Sig whenever he tries to dash off of a platform. Very smart
nice
play
catch.
from Heavy.
Ooh,
he
Heavy. Yeah, he
there.
got almost got the full extension off the soft platform there. That would have been super clean. Ooh, there we go. Signature is going to go ahead and land. First stock is going to be taken away very quickly, and Malevolent has got a good lead carved out here as we get settled into game number 1.
Oh, we dodged right into the Terrace Hammer. That's 2 nairs for about 20 apiece. You're looking at the damage slowly building up. Another side air into a side stick. That would have KO'd maybe, so you have to be so careful. Nice nair to get some more space, and then that stick comes out. That could also KO there. You have to be very careful. Nice downlight side air from Heavy.
Keeping it very simple. Stomp a Sarah from Heavy. Ooh, try to reach in with that neutral sig. Gets punished hard from Malevolent. Ground pound's going to get interrupted with the weapon throw. I don't I think he kind of wishes he still had that. Oh no, he overextended it. Somehow found it a way to get back to stage. Dare is going to land into Sayer, pushes Malevolent all the way off stage. Weapon throw out. No, he leaves it there. Malevolent picks up the axe, hits a Sayer into the weapon throw to the face. Is able to go ahead and touch the side of the stage, make it back, and punish the neutral sig with the confirm on the knockout. And finally, that stock being taken off.
Yeah, it's good to see some fight out of Heavy, but the damage and kind of the difficulty of Taros is Taros will more likely than not KO you first, and then lead into this damage lead where he's able to build that extra credit. And Heavy getting the party started there with a N-Sig, gets hit with the ground pound after going for the second N-Sig, and Malevolent saying, you're going to have to get off the wall, I'm not going to get reversal by Hammer, and I'll just go for a down Sig and find a KO on the axe. Malevolent, 2 signatures, 2 KOs, up 2 stocks to 1.
That down sig hit hard, sent Heavy all the way up. Okay, the Dare's gonna slap him back off the stage. Heavy fighting back a little bit off those blasters, not finding a whole lot of success with them as Malevolent is just piecing them up with the stay out of the way to grab to cancel down sig. Oh, if that would have converted, bro.
As well as a side light. Looking for these pokes really hard, but you get reversal by an axe move and a side air to close it out. That's the Taros diff.
Yeah.
Malevolent's taking game number 1, 511 damage. Incredible damage output from the Patrick Star.
You took the words right out of my mouth, man. It's literally just the Taros effect. He is so good right now.
42 light attacks, 45% connection. So he hit less than 30 moves in total, including signatures, and he found game number 1. Like, let that sink in. Like, that's less than 30 attacks hitting, and that's KOing you and doing 511 damage. This is a problem to be presented to to Heavy right now, and we're seeing Heavy try their best, and I really like the way they're playing blasters around the Taros, but I think the problem that I'm seeing in Heavy is going for like one too many attacks, getting a little bit antsy when the roles reverse, and he gets to start doing offense, and then Malevolent gets a reversal and does like triple the damage, and then we got problems. So I think I want to see that from Heavy being a little bit more precise. He's restarting the game, hopefully in an attempt to make his movement and gameplay a little bit more precise. That's the name of the game versus the Taros.
While I know you guys can't see, but it's funny. Just just Patrick Star just sitting there, just eating a cheeseburger, just patiently waiting for his opponent to come back. Yeah, look, he's just chilling. He's so unbothered. So unbothered.
You know who eats a Krabby Patty at 2 a.m, but who commentates Brawlhalla at 2 a.m? That's Slow Motion. Slow Motion and Patrick Star, the goats of doing things at 2 a.m.
Sure.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. I guess
Look at
that's
him.
not a bad.
Nom 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 nom. He looks so good. Like Patrick Star may be in other games, but he does not look as good as he does in Brawlhalla. Get in there, yeah, production. The up close and personal with the Patrick Star in his swimsuit, ready to engage in battle in Valhalla. It's crazy.
It's actually so funny to me that
what a timeline.
Taros literally has like the 2 best crossovers. He has Patrick Star and Roman Reigns. Like, are we kidding?
Right.
He just gave this guy everything. He does like 15 to 18 damage on a side light on Hammer, and he's just chilling, bro. That's just what Taros is all about, bro. You're like playing for your life. Have you ever played Brawlhalla with your life on the line? And then Patrick Star's like, I'm gonna eat a Krabby Patty, and I'm gonna hit you for 30 damage per cycle. Exactly. You know, he's like, so that's just kind of the world we get in here. But yeah,
beautiful. So he's taking a minute to restart his game here. Hopefully, we can get him back in and get back to the set that, of course, Malevolent had a very strong 2-stock win. In game number 1, so Heavy is going to be looking to try and reverse that. What do you think the answer is, PJ?
You know, I think let's not take Taros to triplats. That's like usually where they're really strong. Just immediately, I'm thinking like let's ban away Mishima. I would say Mishima, Miami Domes, Air Temple, and Terminus. Like, I wouldn't go to those stages, and I would try to play a flatter stage and then kind of utilize like your ability to whiff punish incredibly hard from both the ground and the air with blasters. And then when it comes down to like ground to ground, you have Hammer as well. Yeah. But the big difference is you have an N-Sig that converts off D-Light and also has an anti-air. So it's like you want to play for that. And I think like taking yourself to triplads versus Taros, it's just not fun.
I agree. And just in time, here comes Heavy coming back into the lobby. And then Malevolent, come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Okay, that was pretty cool.
That was funny. Waited until
he had to
got
open
here.
his emote thing, and he had to like click the right arrow 4 times. He's like, all right, whenever Hebby joins. Hebby's back though, and Hebby swapping off the Cassidy, throwing away everything I thought we were gonna see and love from Hebby's gameplay, and we're going over to the Nyx.
Okay, I mean we got a little bit of a speed here, a little defense, be able to actually play in a strength stance. So we'll see what the play is here. Still, obviously, I think we're going to see more of the blasters again going up against Taros, but we'll see if he's got some plans in store for this Scythe. And game number 2 of this winner's final set. Here we go.
Going to be excited to see who comes out on top. Let me go over to Terminus, man. I don't really agree with the triplat pick here, but the benefit is that you have Scythe, which I think Scythe does really well against the grounded weapons, so you have an opportunity to try to contest. But the thing is that Malevolent can play on the platform and then hit you with down air, or he can play underneath the platform and anti-air you, or he can play in the center where he's able to control with like nair and down air. So it's like anywhere you go, Taros seems to be favored in terms of hitboxes. Let's see if Hebby can break their way through. They're already starting with the Scythe.
Yeah, I was going to make a point about how Malevolent has been so precise and methodical with his hits, and then, as I'm going to say it, he whiffs 5 times in a row. So...
that throwing out the window.
Right,
for sure.
Yeah, we're just going to throw
just
that
like the
out.
Hebby Cassidy.
Right.
Yeah. Right, the name of the game is to be proactive and put those hitboxes out to cover Hebby. Hebby's going to be utilizing the movement from the Nyx,
nice
but the
reversal
reversal comes through. Miss recovery gets punished by Hebby's blaster recovery. We see Hebby with a lead for the first time in this set.
And immediately throwing away those blasters, they're going to pick up the Scythe and try to go to work with the Stomp Sayer. That's going to go ahead and take that stock. I don't think he finds a way back. He does. Ooh, the
Malevolent going for the Dowlight.
Yeah, the D-Light's going to whiff. Gonna just go ahead and throw the wake up side sig. The Sayer is gonna connect though. That's gonna take that stock off of Hebby, and we are all tied up. Things are looking a little better than in game number 1. Hebby's at least keeping it a little bit closer here as he tries to get this lead.
Oh, the damage being built from that 4-piece string, catching the attempted land back in the center sig with that end sig. You see Hebby with a big conversion, sidelight into end sig. Optimal.
Very optimal into the side sig.
Oh, the GC side sig. Not expecting that at all. Expecting Hebby to continue to hold that center stage. Maybe use the platform, just going for the GC side sig instead. Really smart stuff. And Hebby with a big lead.
Oh, yeah, this is great. Hebby, great adaptation in this set so far. It has a dang good lead here, trying to tie this set up and just fighting back unarmed. Just ignoring the weapon spawn over there. Almost lost it early, though. Okay, getting back up on stage, still not picking it up, opting to go unarmed.
Oh, the movement.
Stomp Stair is going to go ahead and connect, still not picking up a weapon, finally going to go ahead and put the blasters in hand. Waiting for Malevolent to come back down the ground with him. Gets in the way of the side sig that is going to go ahead and connect, taking him off that stock. Got some pretty good bonus damage off of it though, Malevolent in light orange, we'll call that.
Yeah, we got, this is about a 6-hit differential for Malevolent here in terms of damage. He's hit 1, he has 5 more to go. Hebby looking to get that string started and send Malevolent off stage, but not in a way where you get reversal. You're looking for outright KO in these spots, and the side sig will be a good start. Malevolent now getting forced to go low, not respecting the hammer a lot, not going off stage. Nice weapon toss, and Hebby continuing to hold center stage, but you got to be so careful because Taros can steal your game away. 2 more hits, side sig KOs. 1 more hit, side sig KOs.
Stomp Sayer
so
might
careful.
do it right here, actually, though.
It's bad now.
Oh,
we charge up the end stick. D-Light into recovery. Is it enough?
Very
yes,
nice.
it is.
We got a set, PJ.
Too. That was really, really cool. We do have a set. You know, if you asked me how Hebby won his set versus who did he beat? Keith. I would have been like, I don't know. The game 1 didn't really tell me much, but the game 2 there, Hebby showing like the strength in the movement as well as not only moving fast but with intention and closing in space, playing very aggressively. That's exactly what I want to see for him to make another upset here in winners finals. Makes sense now.
It all comes together. It all makes sense. See if he's going to be able to keep that momentum going here, because now it's Malevolent's turn to adapt and try and overcome this Nyx. I didn't even see the map selection. Where are we going? Where are we going? See if we're going to have some more of those triplats. So we're going to go to Miami Dome. So we are going to have some soft platforms, kind of a wonky height. See how Malevolent's going to use these and play off of them.
Yeah, Axe, I mean, you know, I think giving platforms to Axe can be really scary, but it feels like Malevolent's getting a lot of the mileage on the hammer, so I don't necessarily hate the pick now, especially after Hebby showing kind of their movement around the platform. Malevolent with a big combo there, a lot of damage.
The movement was very clean. We saw it come out a lot on the, ooh, waiting, he waited, he knew it was coming, gonna ahead and get the neutral sig ready. Some good damage built up on Malevolent, and Heavy continuing to let it flow with these blasters. Ooh, he could have went for the stomp Sayer, but no, he slid that neutral sig in there to make sure he confirmed that stock, launching Malevolent down to that bottom right corner. Good early lead for Heavy.
Heavy is moving right now on the scythe, using the weapon toss into the unarmed GC down, like into the scythe down air. We got some mixing here. Heavy is cooking something crazy, but Malevolent saying, I'm going to D-light into side air. You Heavy having to grab the wall here, and a single hit into the corner gets you losing your stock, but Heavy is moving with the unarmed as well.
Oh, couldn't put it down. Malevolent getting a nice reversal. Going to go ahead and get the scoop in the toss. Sending Heavy up to the top of Miami Dome. Going to go ahead and take that stock, and we're keeping things pretty dang close here, PJ. To break into neutral, Heavy going to go ahead and get the advantage in the aerial state. Ooh, so gravity cancel side sig going to connect, but Malevolent putting the pressure on, trying to push it off stage. But Heavy, the first to get back up on stage, put the blasters in hand. But Malevolent continuing to fight back unarmed. Now we're going to see the stomp Sayer off of the hammer. Ooh, the fadeaway Sayer. Watch him work, PJ.
What a punish. The punish was so crazy to punish the GC down, like being right in the dead zone. The GC side sig a little bit too aggressive from Malevolent. He's making the reads though, and you have to keep your opponent on your toes when you're playing Terrace. We see Heavy with a stock lead, but the lead slowly slipping away. D-light side air or just a side air will KO. Yes, it does. Malevolent evens up the damage.
It's so even, bro. Okay,
absolutely.
We have a battle for a final stock as Malevolent is the first to swing, whiffs on the side air, and he gets punished, but he doubles down on that down signature and hits it on the second try. Heavy reaching up with the nair, can't find anything. Stopping him with the side light. Okay, a lot of whiffs here in neutral, PJ. Somebody's got to get something going. Both these players being super careful. Whiffing on the side light, gonna get the punish. 3-piece, 4-piece. Ooh, coming back.
Landing with a side air.
That was clean.
Ooh. Heavy's cooking right now, though. GC downlight into ground pound. Gets the nair as well. GC side sig, no punish.
Oh, no. The downlight's going to connect. Malevolent doesn't have anything except to be able to take that recovery to his demise. The knockout going to Heavy, the game going to Heavy, the advantage going to Heavy as we slide into our next game with the 2-1 advantage going to the Knicks.
Really, really cool stuff from Heavy, showing off the mixing and showing off the interesting combo game that we expect to see from regions like this, where, you know, they kind of do their own thing, and although the picks are similar to what other people are doing, we're seeing very different takes on it. Heavy has been doing some crazy stuff, throwing the weapon away, going for D-lights on unarmed, and getting some insane conversions. It's really cool to see Heavy showing off their style, and it's working really well. They're up 2-1 in the set. We'll see if Malevolent can continue to keep up pace, because he's getting closer and closer since game number 2, but is it enough? You have to win 2 in a row to win this set. We'll see here.
Yeah, we will see. No, I am enjoying the current meta. Like, we're seeing a lot more blasters across all regions, and it's just fun gameplay to commentate. It's fun gameplay to watch. Watching people explore this weapon a little bit more, being able to cook on it a little bit more. And he's going to get the scythe primed first here, and back-to-back hits. Malevolent, no answer. Finally, a Sayer into down sig. Ooh,
nice weapon toss there. I love the weapon tosses from Heavy. Using it to take out the using it to occupy space is what I'm trying to say. It's cool to see.
Okay, gravity control neutral sig is going to whiff. Oh, he sneaks it in again with that side sig.
Oh, big damage. One nair, but it's big damage nonetheless. I mean, every single hit that Terrace is getting of extra credit is damage that you are not happy to be taking. Look at the damage, already lapping in damage, going for the side air there, looking for the lethal options. Now the side stick might start KOing towards the corner, and Heavy now in a guess for game.
Yeah, he's in a very bad situation here as he tries everything he can to make it back to stage, but Malevolent is there in his face. Wait, the ground pound, the reversal! PJ, are you kidding me? The dare's gonna finish it off. Malevolent is gotta be feeling really salty right now.
Maybe option fatigue there for Malevolent.
Something,
had
bro.
4 good options, and you got to pull the trigger on the recovery immediately after the dodge is burnt. That's classic hammer play, and now Heavy with an opportunity to steal the game away. That's a very, very big drop. And like they're now going for the anti nair into side air, nair into side air, nair into side air. We got 4 of them. We got a combo now from Heavy, and Malevolent is on the wall looking for some options, looking for some space, but Heavy doesn't look to give anything away for free.
Oh,
the movement.
It is. I mean, it's getting very, very serious now. Malovent trying to get back over to that weapon. Can he? Oh, he stays out of the way of the side sig. Gonna punish it with the nair. Okay, we see the edge guard now. What can he do with this hammer? He's got to hold Heavy at bay. Heavy found a footing, found a way back up, got himself back into neutral. What's he gonna do with it? He's the first on the offense. They're having to cancel side sig again, PJ. How many times is he going to land that? The recovery's gonna connect, the weapon throw's gonna connect, and the stock is gone. Heavy has the lead, and he is one stock away from confirming this and getting his spot in Grand Finals. Seed number 13, PJ.
The runs have been crazier and crazier this year, no matter what meta. It seems to be one more person making their claim at that grand final spot, but Heavy not going to be given to you that easily. Malevolent now with an opportunity to steal this game away, force that game 5. He's looking for something here, but you won't find it off that end light, but you will find the D light in the side light. Nice damage there, Heavy getting the party started. Side light of their own. Nice dash jump movement to try to bait out an option from Malevolent. Malevolent playing a lot more patient, not throwing out these hitboxes, but there, as I say that, the down light gets called out and you're getting put through the blender. The N6 comes out. Malevolent, you have to find a way to land now. Heavy picks up some blasters. D light in the side there, not enough to KO.
He doesn't come back to stay. Oh, he does. Well, Heavy's movement sent him a little far too off to the side. Oh no, he's getting pieced up on this hammer. You can't do that. You can't do that against Heroes. You need to finish it right now, and that was the most efficient option to get it done. Recovery's gonna finish it. Heavy sending Malevolent packing down to elimination finals, and Heavy is our first one confirmed for Grand Finals. What a hell of a run, bro.
Yeah, I mean, once again, seed number 13 of the tournament and doing it on the blasters, making it happen.
I love it. I love it.
Really, really cool to see. We got our next match, though. We got Keith
already.
The Poo-Poo, the king, 1v1 spring champion. We're moving into the elimination side of the bracket versus Yunkyo. Oh my goodness.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right. We have a household name. It doesn't matter where you're from, what region you follow. If you follow Brawlhalla Esports at all, you know our man, KeithThePooPoo, got upset by Heavy over in upper semifinals. Got sent down here. And gonna go up against Yunpyo, seed number 7. See what he's gonna be able to do. As everybody's getting settled in, I see we got some chatter going on in the lobby. I think we're gonna be getting going here very soon. And yes, MC Cause, I agree. Scythe is the real issue.
But Yunpyo hovering the Red Raptor to start us off here. That's gonna be cool.
I love it. I love it. See some Red Raptor representation. Not just from Radish and some Kaya. Okay. A bow, another fun weapon to see. Spear can cause a lot of damage. We got, of course, that speed and that defense on Kaya makes her a very dominating force. And then, you know, the kit from Red Raptor. Orb is Orb right now. It's super good. I don't want to spread. I don't want to spread it. I don't want it. I don't want it nerfed. But it is really good right now.
It needs correction. It does too much damage. I played Thor.
Shush.
No. The thing is that, you know,
don't tell him.
I can say it right now. Everyone's sleeping.
Okay.
But and then when people are like, "You're biased," I'm like, "No, I talk all the time about Orb being OP. I talk all about it on the SEA Showdown stream." But Yunpyo is gonna be locking in the Red Raptor. I think Red Raptor, low key, super strong pick.
Yes.
Really good stats. On Orb, you want high strength because you want Orb to damage build for you. But Red Raptor, I think, has just enough strength where you're having really rounded out stats and doing a lot of damage on the Orb. We got Keith locking in the Kaya, though. Interested to see the Kaya pick here. Don't get to see Kaya a lot in ones, but we'll see it now.
Yeah, especially from Keith. I'm trying to think. Okay, Kaya on the Spear Saber. It's actually kind of clean. Oh, Yunpyo gonna go ahead and go to work with the boots off stage. Weapon throw to the top. Keith taking back control of the flow of the game, though. Sayer's gonna keep Yunpyo off stage.
Side air barely fully connecting. Keith was unable to fall out of that, and now with this spear in hand, Yunpyo saying, "I like your attempt to go for a weapon toss, but I'm going to hit a button immediately." But we slide off with a nair. What was that? Yunpyo throwing away so much stage control, but Yunpyo is just not getting anything too big. I say that as an edit. It connects though, so you have an opportunity for a KO, but you don't find it.
Man, he keeps going down there. He's gonna mess up, and Keith is gonna be in the right position to be able to punish that recovery up off the Orb. Gets punished on the landing, laying down the down sig. Can't find anything, but it's gonna extend the D light out. Neutral sig, not enough. That top 45 at such a very top corner. Not gonna be able to touch and get the ground pound off the Orb with the reversal. Gonna be the first to strike against KeithThePooPoo. He's having a rough night.
I mean, that was really, really smart. Using the ground pound there, having no jump or dodge, and not having enough drift to make it back. Uses ground pound on orb to stall in the air and get a resource back. Gets back on the stage and immediately reversals Keith. Yumpyo pondering his orb, thinking the big picture moves here. As Keith looks to find the KO, downlight into endlight, doesn't KO, but the recovery would have, but he doesn't find it there. So now Yumpyo has an opportunity to continue to rack on this big damage. But Keith gets the nair, reversals the recovery, and we take stock number 1 off of Yumpyo. Even stocks, very small damage lead for Yumpyo.
Yeah, Keith did a great job. Once he lost that first stock, was able to go ahead, slow things down, bring the damage deficit back, confirm the stock, and keep things very close. Has himself in a very good position, almost completely tied back on the damage as we are just dancing around each other in neutral right now. The ground pound coming out. Yumpyo going to go ahead and punish it, but Keith taking the momentum back, going to work off the bow, whiffing on the Sair. Yumpyo, though, going to whiff off the neutral sig as well. We're not seeing, we've got 2 good string weapons here, but not seeing any strings come out of either one of them.
Ooh, using that N-sig. Getting that great anti-air option and a nice down sig attempt from Keith, but doesn't find it there. A side sig comes out as well. Yumpyo reversals with a recovery. Nair into side air. A lot of damage building. Going for a very deep recovery. I don't like the option because you give Keith too much space, but Keith gets hit with the side air, but gets a nair once again. And Yumpyo with a GC N-sig will anti-air Keith there. Big opportunity for Yumpyo now. Having the weapon advantage, but throws it away with the GC side sig. Keith picks up a bow, and now you're in a bad spot as Yumpyo.
You're in a very bad spot, but he's got some very clutch.
What are we doing?
We're having fun, but no, he's got some good clutch reversals already, and there is a good offense burst right there. Going to go ahead and finish up with the Sair off stage. Going to take the stock off of Keith, and now we need Yumpyo to go ahead and extend this damage here and be able to get some bonus damage off of the stock as he stays on the ground. Gonna catch a Sair to the face. We are equalized on the stock count. Keith's gonna juggle the weapons and try and go to work here.
Okay, looking for that platform movement to try to evade the extra credit that Keith is going to build up here. Having the weapon advantage, but they both end up off stage, and Yumpyo can find a hit there. Keith can't find a hit either. The ground pound a little aggressive, losing a lot of resources, but goes for the side air into the immediate turnaround. Endlight getting the party started horizontally, but Keith is not falling for any of the orb tricks right now.
No, he's not. He's doing a really good job dancing around that weapon. The movement is fantastic right now. Being very careful. Catches. Okay, gonna send him up. Can he? Oh, misses off the Sair. And Pio stepping back, trying to get a starter. Just the raw N-sig. Keith is gonna get a good punish off of that. Probably didn't extend it as much as he wanted to. Ooh, Yumpyo gonna get the finish off that recovery there. Keith thought he dodged out of it.
Picks up a weapon once again, and Keith looking for these KO options now. Slow, methodical game for game number 1, but a side sig will break the mold. Yumpyo with an opportunity to edge guard, goes off stage unarmed, side air connects, goes for the recovery, forces Keith off a weapon. Side light side air will KO here. You have to be so careful, but Keith is not even worried, not even phased. Picks up a spear now, looking for a KO of his own. No recovery, side air step, but Yumpyo gets the landing there into the N-sig to close out game number 1.
He hit him with the beak, bro. He hit him with the beak. Oh, that's so good. Oh, man. Able to chop through that heavy defense of the Kaya and confirm it there at the very end. Came down to the last interaction, PJ, as we get settled in for game number 2. We see the map selections happening right now. Where are we going? Small World's in, Small Fortress, and Demon Island still on the board. Where are you taking us?
I'm not sure, but
He's thinking.
What I will see is a swap.
Okay. Yes, we are going to see a swap. I mean, swap on win. I respect it. I do it. I do it all the time. So
Yumpyo was not happy to see the Terras in the chat. He said, "Bro, you won anyway. Why?" And we see a swap over to the Patrick.
That's so good. That's so good. That's so good. All right, we're going to settle into Demon Island. A little room to work with here. Big, long, flat platform. Yumpyo going to go ahead and get that orb and go to work here, but Keith going to get the Sair, come back down the ground, and there we go. We see a quick three-piece from Keith's hammer.
Oh, there we go. Let's go. That's the orb.
There
That's the orb. He's
again.
doing the orb thing.
Oh, yeah. That's that Red Raptor. That Red Raptor right there, I swear.
Dude, that must feel amazing to hit in tournament versus the best in Southeast Asia right now, the best in the region. Yumpyo is playing absolutely electric on the orb right now, making it happen where he needs it.
Oh, couldn't get the extension off the recovery, unfortunately. Oh, Yumpyo just went ahead and lined it up for him. Gonna go ahead and eat the axe as well. Okay, gonna get the haymaker.
You just haymakers.
I mean, it works, bro. It works. Keith is gonna finish off the stock with a Sarah, though. He's dancing for joy, and he's going to keep the hammer and try and go back to work with it. Yumpayo, I forget what he has primed, but we're gonna find out here in just a second if he can make his way back over this weapon. He's shutting him down, though. The starve in full effect here. Boots laced up on the feet in time to take a stomp Sarah from Keith. The back-to-back again, and that last Sarah is gonna go and finish off the stock. What a burst of offense from Keith.
Incredible from Keith, showing off the strength of the Terrace and the damage building on the hammer. Yumpyo now having to get something crazy started, misses the end-like conversion there, a little bit too low damage for it. Down layer into Nair, and the damage continues to build for Keith's side of the equation, and Yumpyo needs to equalize the equation somehow, but can't there. Scoops up with the down air, and the damage continues to build. But Yumpyo, nice little extension there, I like that.
Oh, whiffing on the Sair, whiffing on the stomp too. Yumpayo gonna go ahead and send him off with the Sair, looking for a Nair. No, he doesn't let it rip. Ooh, stomp Sair again from Keith is just automatic, bro. Okay. Oh, throws his weapon away in time to eat a recovery from the boot, sends him up to the top, but the Red Raptor is bleeding out, PJ. It is getting dark and dire as Keith is looking to just finish it up unarmed. Nope, we're gonna get the axe. Sair is gonna send him way out. Ooh, he eats the weapon throw. I think it's just gonna be a go next. Yes.
Keith with a JV2 to take game number 2 with the Taros and the 9. And that's the 9 strength Taros at that. We see Yumpyo kind of like, please. And that's exactly the energy that, you know, Yumpyo is feeling right now into game number 3 here after getting absolutely destroyed.
And Keith doubles down. We're back. We're going to lock back in on the Patrick Star. They're cracking me up
so much.
No, they're cracking me up. This is fun.
not the Taros again. Yeah, Yumpyo is definitely not feeling it into the Taros matchup. It's tough, right? Because like Red Raptor has really good stats, and like in terms of like the normal like ebb and flow of how much damage gets traded in Brawlhalla, it's usually enough where Orb can keep up the damage, having not like the highest strength on the Orb like other Orb Legends. But Taros is like a completely different story where like a fully extended dodge read orb string will do as much damage as 4 hits on hammer on Taros. So it's like you have to be so careful, and like the way that orb combo tree plays out is it's very easy to reversal in orb versus hammer, and then axe anti-airs orb really well, and Yumpyo's leaning heavily into the orb in order to make the damage happen. So I don't know, I'm worried a little bit for sure.
I mean, he has to be as well. Keith, oh no. Okay, Keith. The Gods of Valhalla helping out Yumpayo out just a little bit there, and go ahead and give him the weapon drop right on top of his head. But Keith not letting him slow him down, working in the damage. Yumpayo getting a 2-piece reversal though, trying to get things going back in his direction. The dance that is taking place in neutral between these players, you can tell there's a lot on the line, especially for the Red Raptor.
The discipline from Yumpyo there to not go for the immediate side light, super smart, but it's just not enough sometimes that Keith lands with a D-light in the side air. Yumpyo getting caught with a slide charge. NSIG, that's a Brawlhalla Fest challenge. That score box, and also now one more stock lead for him.
Oh, Keith reached up on there.
Hello. Okay, nice down air. I like the weapon toss as well. Keith in the bad spot. GC down like, no, goes for the ground pound. A little bit too aggressive. Goes for the haymaker as well. Keith getting a big reversal there with some extra damage. Side light to punish the NSIG. Nice dodge.
Keith searching for it. Oh, it catches the side lights there. Not enough to knock out, and Yumpayo needs a stock desperately, and he gets it with that Sair. Keith not able to make it back to Demon Island, and the stock count is even, but the damage is not, as Keith is being really aggressive, just pushing it unarmed. He's gonna keep going. He gets a stock. Shut up. KeithThePooPoo gonna go ahead and extend it unarmed, gets a gravity, gets a D-light in the ground pound, and confirms the stock. That was sick, bro.
He taps it in, man, and oh my goodness, that side light into dash jump through side air, very deep side air at that to punish Yumpyo not going for the dodge there. It's so crazy. GC downlighted tempo, weapon toss as well, side kick from Yumpyo, a landing side air and a side air to catch a jump at boot, and now Yumpyo is in a
Keith is so locked
kind of guess for game situation.
Keith is so locked in. He's clip farming now, bro. Literally clip farming. He's waffling. He's waffling.
He's hitting the Dougie on stream. Sidelight again. Yumpyo going for the big down air to reversal. The haymaker doesn't get punished, and Keith continues. Goes for the side air, punishes the end light with a weapon toss. Goes for the D light. The side light comes out again. D light into recovery. This is the Keith special, ladies and gentlemen. The king is back on his throne, and Yumpyo is the first name on his list to get back to grand finals. It's not a happy place to be.
What are you doing, bro? What is he doing? I can't. Okay, the Sayer, surely, in the unarmed Sayer will be enough from a Patrick Star. KeithThePooPoo getting it done and is going to continue on his elimination run after being sent down here by Heavy a little while ago.
Wait, no.
I'm tripping. That was I'm dumb. That's 2-0. I got this. I'm sorry, that's 2-1. I'm dumb. I do that sometimes.
It makes me a little sad, Yumpyo swapping off of the Red Raptor and locking in Amethyst when instead he could have kept the orbs and pick up a hammer and played some Thor. But, we'll see how this pick goes. Yumpyo is looking for the 9 strength as well to match the pace of the damage build, but we'll see. We will
see in Yumpyo is letting it all go. Gonna swap, like you said, swap it over for the Red Raptor. We're gonna lock in the Amethyst and see if we can get something going with this cannon and axe. Cannon, another good string weapon. See if it's gonna be effective at all against KeithThePooPoo here. Back on Demon Island for game number 2. See if he's gonna be able to turn the tides here and push us to a game number 5.
I like the attempt to play very horizontal with these landing side airs, but okay, Keith just puts Yumpyo on check right there. Like, all right, you're hitting a lot of buttons. Do the buttons mean anything? Not versus me. The end light comes out again. Yumpyo already losing his first weapon of the game, and we'll lose many more at this pace. The down light coming out from Keith, looking to catch the landing. Yeah, side air. Yeah, Keith is 100% locked in. Oh, what a reversal! Are you kidding? Come on. Yeah, that's ugly. Great reversal, great conversion from Keith, and he's continuing to go right back to work on Yumpyo. I need to learn that one. Me too. That one's crazy. D-light side light into the very deep dash jump nair is so crazy. So much damage rolled. Caught him with a gravity cancel stomp there. Great precision to be able to interrupt Yumpyo there. Okay. Hammer back in hand. What? Interruption again? Oh! In the Sayer. He's literally speed running this game number 4 here. Weapon throws out. Wants to hammer back. Big damage build up off of that weapon. See if he's gonna be able to do it again. Yumpyo needs to get something done here as he is trailing significantly here in his tournament game if he cannot turn the tides here. Oh no, Keith getting the scoop. Sayer to the face though is going to send him back. Not enough to get the stock though. Weapon throw out. Ooh, Yumpyo realizing the Sayer was coming, staying firmly planted on the ground and not getting caught up in it, and going to go ahead and get the reversal and the stock. That was very well played. Weapon toss there. Immediately picks up the West GC turnaround D-light. Keith playing so well, grounded. Yumpyo is scrambling to make anything happen. But it's not enough versus the king. Sometimes the king just knows what needs to be done and gets it done. The haymaker comes in, and the fisticuffs take the game number 4, and the set goes to the king in Southeast Asia. KeithThePooPoo moves on. He moves on indeed. It started out well. It started out good, but Yumpyo could not keep the momentum alive. And Keith, especially there, as we got further into the late stages of this set, Keith was just in flow state. Looked so good on that Taros. Well played, though, to Yumpyo. Great run, but his run is going to be done there, as KeithThePooPoo moves forward to fight on Umace. Yeah, really good showing, but sometimes bracket upsets happen and you have to face the seed at number 1 to make it happen. Yeah, it's just tough in general, but yeah, it was good to see Yumpyo with the attempt, and we both as Orb players got to see a little bit of Orb in Southeast Asia. Good to see Orb continuing to find strength. It's kind of a good thing that Taros is strong because people aren't looking at Orb as heavy. But Orb is definitely really strong as well. You keep talking about it though, PJ. I know, I do. But no one listens to me. I don't know what I'm talking about, right? So, nonetheless. Oh, that's right. We don't. Yeah, absolutely. Really cool to see Keith though continuing to move forward. I thought the Kaya pick was odd. I was like, I don't know if it works out. Lost game number 1, swap to Terras, and that's exactly what I expect to see. Because Keith just really, really strong at whatever the hyper meta picks are. I've seen Keith play a plethora of legends, but all I know is if the legend is strong, Keith is strong. Spring champion for a reason.
True that.
And,
True that.
Cool to see him move on in the bracket. But I do think that before we get into our next match, which will be KeithThePooPoo and UMace, we are going to be going to a short break. But don't go anywhere, because when we come back, we are getting into the top 4 of SEA Showdown Mark 13. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, everyone, to your SEA Showdown, brought to you by NSIG. I am, of course, Slow Motion. That is, of course, PJ the Puff. And we are, of course, getting ready to settle in to our top 4. And we got KeithThePooPoo and UMace coming up here after we just saw KeithThePooPoo send Yumpo out of today's bracket. I don't know what it is over there. It's a bracket. It's a tournament. It's SEA Showdown, and we're getting right back into it as we're already at map selection screen and getting ready to drop in. PJ, you okay?
Oh, we got Thor. You made locked in Thor for me. That's awesome to see. I just realized you said you're okay. I'm like, huh? And then I turned over.
Your face lit up, bro. He's so excited.
Oh. We got Keith locking in the Kaya pick that we didn't see win game number 1.
It was so wholesome.
A Terra swap here, but we got a wholesome Thor. We got a Thor pick. I'm not kind of excited. I'm incredibly excited. UMace, you're in chat. You got this, bro. I believe.
Yes. I mean, we shall see Yume's unseated, making a pretty good run here, going up against the #1 seed of today's event, and we get to, like you said, we get to see some Thor, some Undertaker. It should be interesting. See what he does with it.
Yeah, I think Thor is in a really good spot right now, but not for the normal reasons. I think Thor is just like really, really strong with the light attack. Well, for normal reasons, I should say. Nothing crazy in the signature kit. You have some good signatures. Obviously, D-Light into N-Sig. You have Downlight on Hammer, or Downsig on Hammer as well. But these weapons are just really, really strong right now. It's cool to see Yume's playing it here.
See what he's going to be able to do with it, though, as Keith is making it very difficult for him to land on Miami Dome here. Weapon throw out. He's going to swap over to the Orb. Okay. But Keith not giving him any room to breathe with. Ooh, the grab the Kitzel D-Light. Perfectly placed to come back up on stage. Keith is nasty on the bow, bro. No.
Okay, the down sig comes out. Nice avoidance from Yume there. The weapon toss as well. And the side sig, got to be careful with those Thor signatures. They have quite a bit of lag. I like that dodge down, though, as well. Okay, that's the N-Sig. Or, sorry, the N-Light. That's the downlight into recovery that'll find stock #1 for Keith.
Yeah, throwing those out there, the in frames off of those Thor signatures, Keith with that speed being able to get in there and have an easier time to be able to punish those. A nice dare though. Can he finish it up? Keith though, Bo saves him, being able to interrupt the ground pound and get back up on stage as he's now trying to finesse, get in there, but no, Yume's gonna send him out off stage. Oh, just throws it away. Just
it's definitely the wrong side weapon. Just a misinput.
Yeah, had it been a misinput. He's getting sared up by this bow right now. Just out of range. The gravity will stop Sayer, but couldn't get anything else off of it. Keith taking it off stage, reaching with the gravity, the D-Light. Could not find anything and going to get punished for it and knocked out off his first stock. Yume with the Thor tying things up.
The Undertaker. It's big here. Yume needing to get something crazy started on the Hammer, though. We throw the weapon toss up. Go for the landing sider. Keith is too ready for that, though. The recovery doesn't connect, and Yume's having center stage gets hit by that weapon toss, but you're still happy to be in center stage versus Keith, but Keith will make you struggle even when you're, Keith seems to be in a bad spot. Yume has to play so carefully.
His movement is just so good, especially when he has the speed to back up his movement. Juggling Yume right now. Yume did a good job staying out of the way of this neutral sig, but as soon as he got out of the way, he was right there getting pieced up by Sayer. Keith giving Yume no winning options in that situation.
Picks up an orb, 2 stocks to 1. Nice end light to send the other way. Keith now just playing that center stage, keeping Yume in the corner. Nice, going for the down air there. I like the aggression. I like the attempt to send off stage, but the dodge gets red. Ground pound into no nair, but a GC sidelight anyway, and Keith getting so much extension. D-Light into the side air, gets the recovery as well. The weapon toss into D-Light in the side air. Keith is playing so crazy right now. The ground pound doesn't hit though, but Yume throws it all the way as Keith reversals with the ground pound. Oh my goodness, Keith is unstoppable on the bow.
Sandwick, show me again. Show me again, Sandwick. I must see it. Show me. Thank you. Oh my God. That wasn't all of it. You're cheating me, Sandwick. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Nope. Oh, so good.
We got to see the end too, though. I mean, that was so crazy. All right, let's see it. Side light. Dare. Okay, dare. It's like, okay, to miss the dare. Side light. Watch this dodge read. Oh my goodness. Ankle's broken. They're spaghetti on the floor. Ground pound. Yume is like, I got to get off the platform. No, you don't. Keith hits him again. Like into side air. Yume, the weapon toss comes out into the unarmed recovery. Keith is like, watch this. Boom, boom. Sending you off stage. Pick up the bow. He's like, oh, going for the ground pound. Oh, I messed up. He's like, oh, too greedy. Boom. Dude, he's crazy. Absolutely insane.
If I don't see that on Twitter later, it will be a disservice to the Brawlhalla community. That was a sexy bow showing from Keith there at the end of that game. That is got to be very humbling for Yume going into game number 2. And he's locking in the cheat code. We're switching over to Taros.
Yeah, we see the speed stance on the Taros. Obviously, you lose your decks there. But we've seen a lot of 9 strength Taros, and I think that's what everyone thinks about. But having the speed there, definitely not mad about it. As we get into game number 2 now on the Roman Reigns swap for Yume, we get into game 2. 1-0 for KeithThePooPoo. Okay, Keith is crazy, bro. Keith knows things, man. He knows things. I can see the way he's playing right now. He's looking scary.
All right, Keith is staying on that Kaya pick. see if Yume's can be able to get any sort of momentum off of this Taros. I just don't see it. Well, I mean, the damage looks close, but Keith is definitely keeping the pep in his step. Going to punish that D-Sig. He's going to push it off.
Comes out as well.
Can't really find anything. There we go. Sayer's going to push it back over. But Yume's going to get a two-piece, sitting Keith up in the air. Keith staying out of the way of the weapon throw, but the down sig's going to land perfectly. Going to go ahead and be the first to strike. Going to juggle his weapon, staying on the bow. Yume's waiting for a weapon drop.
Movement comes out now. Okay, tries to land with an air there. It doesn't work out. GC side light for some space, but Keith fights right back. D-light into end light off the landing side air. Keith is making the bow look like a string weapon right now. It is a string weapon, but not in the same way that other weapons are, but Keith makes it look like it. It's just so scary.
His movement is just impeccable. Like, he's going to stay on it. Weapon throw out. Okay, we've seen this before, PJ. He's starting to warm up.
Goes for the haymaker there, trying to catch Yume sleeping at the wheel, but Yume's still awake here. But how much longer will he be awake in the set? Who knows? The weapon toss, or sorry, the nair there into the immediate weapon toss over to the axe, priming another hammer as well.
Okay. Two back-to-back side lights off of the unarmed. Whiffing on the Sayer. Backing up, resetting his options, looking for it, but Yume is going to get the punish. Weapon throw out, double weapon throw, a third one. Oh my god,
triple.
Keith, come on, bro. And he actually extends it and finishes it off with the recovery. A triple weapon throw into recovery off the spear. Keith making it look easy.
And now the juggles ensue on the bow. The side light into the weight. Yume's having to try to just avoid Keith at all costs. And air comes out again. GC side light doesn't connect, side air as well. And Yume's just swinging for the fences, but the fences, I mean, he's just not hitting the ball, man. You got to hit the ball first. D-light into down air, and Yume's looking to get some damage here, but just really can't find much as the D-light side air connects again.
Away.
And Keith looks to just be too solid here.
Side sig is going to connect, but that Kaya defense, she literally shrugs it off. Sayer to the face, weapon throw, building back up. Another weapon throw, got the dodge, but wasn't able to do anything with it because underneath him with the recovery. That was so... I can't believe he went down there unarmed against Hammer. The Sayer's going to be enough. Keith, what are you doing? The clip farm continues as Keith takes game number 2.
Keith is looking lights out, and on a pick that we don't see often in the ones format. We see the Kaya come out, but
he's trolling, bro.
Keith's picking up the Mordex here. Yume's moving over to the Macho Man. I could definitely empathize with him trying to make something happen here, for sure.
All right, last ditch effort here from Yume's, and he's gonna throw it to the wind with the Algrim. Is it gonna be enough? Lance might be able to open up some space for him, be able to mix up his movement a little bit. But where are we going?
Where are we gonna go?
All right, and he switched over to Mordex.
I like the Mordex pick. I mean, I think Keith is has some crazy reads and wants to go for some crazy clips, and the best way to do that is on the Mordex for sure.
All right, and he's gonna try and get the job done on Demon Island.
All right, here we go. Game number 3 as KeithThePooPoo leads a lot and already shows why he's leading with some of those longer extended strings now on the site being unlocked for him. Oh my goodness, bro. It's just crazy. But Yume's gets a party started with his own little string on the rocket lands. Keith now looking to close out that edge guard, but can't find it there. The side air comes out. The weapon doing so much damage here on the Macho Man.
Oh, he reaches down for. Oh, interrupted it. But the recovery is going to get Yume back up on stage, and he was out of the way of it, and he jumped back up to get hit by the signature. Going to throw the stock down to that bottom 45, and now Keith has the stock advantage as he's going to try to extend it here, carve out this lead. 2 uncontested hits from the scythe to build. Oh, he's still going, bro.
Side light. I like that. Like, he just dashing through as well, like looking to force Yume's to make a bad call when Yume's gets a little scared. Yeah, Keith is going for all of the you're going to be scared here options. Yume's isn't giving anything, which is great for Yume's. He's happy to be here, but also showing off I do have the ability here to contend as well. I'm not so scared of you.
Absolutely. Okay, good. Great job staying grounded, catching those landings, finishing off with the signature there. But Keith gets a reversal over off the side of the stage. That could be scary. Wait,
wow.
He got in the way, went down, unarmed recovery. He's going back up, he's fishing. No, he's got the side. He lays down the signature, but UMace there to eat it up, send him out. Takes, I think, is this his first lead of the set? It might be, PJ.
It is his first lead of the set. What a big showing from UMace, who avoids the slide charge haymaker there. Can't pick up the weapon as Keith looks to find the KO. Yes, he does. Sidelight into recovery, does find the KO. And now the weapon tosses.
Keith trying to wrap
and this
things
is where
up.
This is where Keith is looking to wrap things up, as you were saying.
As we were saying, PJ, great minds, as they say. Okay, the neutral game being super serious here. Keith not wanting to let UMace extend this set.
Oh, the dodge away finally getting called out appropriately.
No.
Keith
that's bad.
has been waiting for that all game long. The downer it does come out, but it's nice dodge.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, nice dodge, exactly. As Keith throws it up, he's looking for the clip. We see UMace is in a knockout range. What is Keith going to do? He's going to pick his poison here as he tries to wrap up this set. Oh, we see the vision. He's got to be careful.
Okay.
UMace being allowed to build up some damage here. Lands back
rocket launch is what he's known for. It's not enough, though, as Keith gets the GC sidelight into recovery to close out the set. GG coming out from UMace, but Keith, the king, is undeniable on the elimination side.
Yeah, I'm glad Keith kind of saw that it was starting to slip away there, did not want to let UMace get in a position to kind of steal it away from him, and went ahead and just got the quick confirmation there to confirm the stock, and he is going to be moving on to battle Malevolent in the elimination finals for a chance to go back up to fight Heavy, who seed 13, like we've said. I'm really interested to see what he can do when we get back to grand finals, because he's had an amazing run. He has put some monsters down there. I mean, just in upper quarterfinals, you know, seed 5 getting sent down, and then of course KeithThePooPoo getting sent down, then sending Malevolent down. He is on an absolute roll.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of what happens when the seed number 1 of the event gets upset. He makes the elimination side of the bracket kind of all about him, and that's exactly what Keith is going to do there, as now Keith faces Malevolent for an attempt to run back here. Both of these players falling to Heavy in the winner side.
No, this is cinema right here. We have seed 1 and seed 2 fighting in elimination final to go back up to grands to fight seed 13. SEA Showdown delivering tonight.
Absolutely. We got KeithThePooPoo. We got Malevolent, who just joined the lobby, but we need UMace to drop out. Yes, he does there. And we get into game number 1 of our elimination side final set here. Oh, I am saying that wrong. Thank you, Keith, for pointing it out. Malovent. We've been saying Malevolent. It's Malovent.
Malovent.
We are just reading it wrong.
That's easier to say. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, Malovent.
Malovent.
Thank you, Keith, for correcting me. I appreciate that. And we see Keith locking in the Thor. I called UMace my goat for playing Thor. And then Keith is like, is that all it takes to make you happy? And I'm like, yeah, actually. And he's like, I'll play Thor then. So we got game number 1 on the Thor. We'll see how this one goes.
Okay, as we're going to get these map selections going here. Somebody's going to strike. There we go. Keith is going to be the first to go. And we got Mos Eisley, Demon Island, and Miami Dome on the dinner plate.
We'll see what Malovent goes to. All right, here we go. Game number 1 going from KeithThePooPoo versus Malovent. We got game number 1 here on the Thor versus the Patrick Star. We'll see what hammer reigns supreme, the Lord of Thunder or Patrick Star.
3, 2.
I mean,
that sounded cooler in my head, but we get into game number 1 now on Miami Dome.
I mean, on paper, it's of course, Patrick Star. But
yeah, exactly.
That's just because Bikini Bottom, like that's so much better than being the God of Thunder. Oh.
Yo, I'm loving the Orb play so far. This is how I love to play Orb. Very aggressive. Sidelight into downlight, trying to get the party started, and then closing distance in with end lights. It's the exact Orb play that I love to see on the Thor pick from Keith.
This Keith on this hammer is where it gets super scary. Ooh!
Oh, that conversion very hard to hit. Yeah, very clean stuff from Keith.
No, that was almost frame. He's so good at it. He did it again for you, PJ. He said, wait, that's hard. Let me do it one more time for you, my brother. Oh,
it's not
man.
the hardest thing in the world. It's not the hardest conversion in the game, but it is very, very clean. I mean, that is the fastest you could do it as well.
Yeah, that was
True combo, and it KOs.
Oh, so
No
nice. All right. See, he's trying to fight his way back here, picking away at this damage. Almost has Keith out of here off of stock number 1. Kind of extending it a little too far off the side of the stage. Keith gonna get in there and armed with the 2-piece, or back in hand. The dare's gonna hit. Can he find his way back up on stage? There we go. The D-Sig is going to connect and equalize the stocks. And we are all tied up on stock number 2, Miami Dome.
All right, there we go. The side air comes out, and Malevolent getting some nice damage on the hammer in his own way. Into Nair. Another Nair. Malevolent, the damage. Keith is in KO damage now. You blink and you miss it.
Stomp Sair, gonna confirm. A lot of force off of that. A little shallow on the Sair. That one's gonna connect. Stock is gone. And he's got a good, comfortable lead.
We're gonna have to see Keith do something crazy here. I don't want him to lose this game because I'll feel bad. But he chose it anyway. I didn't make him do anything.
It'll be all your fault.
Okay, he's avoiding the down sig now a lot more. And landing with the side airs, which is a decent punish. It's nice damage there, and going for the end sig on the jump. I like the attempt there. That's the Thor player classic sidelight side air. Is that enough to KO? No, not quite. The edge guard comes out though, and we get the weapon pickup into the hammer. Scoops doesn't score though.
Yeah, that was a lot of distance, especially on Miami Dome. Pretty tall ceiling. That one is going to go ahead and connect though. Scoop and tied up, and he did a really, really good job getting that back under control. Just in yellow. Keith, very capable of go ahead and turning this around. Ooh, great job staying out of the way of that.
I kind of want to see Keith drop the hammer here in a good way, of course, but pick up the orb and get the damage built on the orb, but he'll look to do it on the hammer now. And like it's punished.
Oh, no weapon
just
now.
do this weapon toss. Hammer versus hammer. And ugh. Is that enough? Can you make it back? Malevolent getting the downward hitbox of the recovery. Malevolent taking game number 1 versus the Keith Thor.
All right. Keith losing game number 1 as we see the Patrick Star breakdance. All right, getting right back into it. I don't think he takes him back to Miami Dome.
Maybe.
I don't.
Options on the table now. Malovent with an opportunity. I've been saying Malevolent in this set. I'm so sorry, Malovent. I will learn to say that better. But we go into game number 2, and he keeps the Thor there. Level 34 Thor.
Level 34 Thor indeed. And I can't believe he's sticking with it. That's actually kind of crazy.
Let him cook. Thor is a character that is an adaptation character. You need to have game 1. I always lose game 1 in ranked, and then I win the set. So keep taking just believing in the pick. I love
believing in the pick. Okay, I like it. See if it pays off.
I think that Thor's stats aren't great for getting damage build on hammer, so I like to see this from Keith, where he swaps over to the orb and now tries to make the damage build start.
All right. See this good edge guard coming in for the D-Sig just being thrown out there. A little bit of a punish from Keith, and not a whole lot, but we're seeing some good follow-up here. Grab the cancel side light into Sair. Very nicely placed. Malovent.
Yeah.
I give up. Malovent gonna go ahead and bring things back down to neutral. Neutral Sig is gonna send him down. Weapon throw out. Does he go back? No. He tries to sneak that D-Light in, but he gets a face full of orb right there from Keith. Back over to orb. We're gonna try and fish out this knockout. He might be able to get it right here.
Gotta be careful. Sidelight will lead into N-Sig or some reads, but Malovent saying, you know, everyone has a plan till they get punched in the face. The stock goes to Malovent, and now the stock lead as well.
Oh, whiffing on the Sair. He's trying to make his way back over that weapon drop, but gonna get starved out of existence. Where's it gonna drop? Right on top of his head.
D-Light into N-Sig.
We're dancing. We're dancing.
Stop just need a side air instead. Yeah, make it nice and simple there, especially when you're that deep in the corner. I would only go for D-Light into N-Sig when you're center stage and the side air won't KO. Keith knows. Keith, better player than I am, knowing that as well.
Okay.
Nice.
Good extension off that initial D-Light.
Yeah.
Sair's going to go and connect. Ooh, no punish on the backside of that side sig. Keith, though, trying to stay out of the way of that downlight. Catches with the Sair. Dare's gonna send him down. Can he keep the pressure? Double dare. Another one. Ooh, just a little too high, and that would have been lights out for Malovent.
Okay, nice movement there. Whiff punish as well. That's exactly what you want to see on the orb and the scoop on the side light into Cider Keith with a stock lead and Malovent on their last stock.
right, here we go. We're gonna settle in, see if we can go ahead and tie this setup here. He's got a good lead.
Into D-Light.
Continuing to extend it.
The movement
Is
the pacing.
impeccable.
It's exactly what you need. You got to slow it down, but in a way that benefits you. That's the name of the game on the orb. The down air comes out. No whiff punish on malovent. Gets punished with the side air. D-Light continuing the juggle here. I love this from Keith.
Yeah, very, very patient gameplay here. A master on the weapon. Okay, we're seeing the dance take place in neutral. Stay out of the way. Oh, just waiting on an opportunity. Oh, he's another nair. Gonna catch landing. And oh, wait, no punish. He missed it. Misses
The
the
down air
nair.
comes out. Malovent finally getting the end light. Goes for the tape maker, and the end sig comes out. The lightning bolt.
Nice.
Boom.
Ground
That's the
pound.
ground
There
pound.
we
Nice
go.
stuff from Keith. Going high after with the chase dodge and then beating him to the wall, getting the ground pound. Keith taking game number 2 on the Thor pick. Love to see it.
All right, tying everything up, and we are going to see a no swaps across the board as Keith is going to triple down on the Thor.
You know, I think that Thor makes me a worse caster because I'm just watching to learn.
It'd be like that, bro. It do be like that. Game number 3. Here we go.
There we go.
There we go.
Game
There it
number
is.
3 now.
Maybe. There we go.
1 now, and we go Demon Island. Yeah, we got into game number 3 now. I like this map on Thor. I don't think it's that terrible. I don't know how the other Thor players feel. I don't really know any other Thor players, if I'm being honest, but I definitely can see how this stage can be strong, especially the way that Keith is playing the orb. The movement, impeccable.
Okay, whiffing on the D-Light. Okay, Sarah to get back up on stage.
Classic confirmed there, catching a landing with an air and decider.
Things are already
There
starting
again.
out much slower than we've seen so far in this set. Ooh, great dare. Sending Malvin back into his place. Ooh,
Nice.
getting the extension. The Sarah's going
Nice.
to hit in a dare. We've also seen this before, PJ. We're seeing those dares build up off stage. Keith trying to go for the jugular right here and finish off the stock. But Malvin going to go ahead and get the reversal, settle things back down, bring us back into neutral, and we are all center stage on a Demon Island.
Right, there comes out. Weapon spawn going away, so Keith is going to do it the old-fashioned way on the orb. The sidelight side air will find the KO. And Keith with a stock lead.
Stock lead indeed as he continues to try to extend it here. Oh, big damage output from that Taros though. Sidelight. Oh, thought he was gonna go with the
yeah.
Sayer. He tried to extend it with the Nair. Couldn't get anything.
Very few weapons can actually reversal that missed nair, and we see that from Keith. Malevolent goes for the reversal, and Keith gets a nair instead, and then gets big damage. That's exactly the damage build you want to see on the orb. The extra credit is so great here. You lose the stock, you're up a lot. Malovent tying up the stocks though.
All right. Keith though has a very comfortable lead. Is he gonna try and go ahead and fish out this knockout
Nice.
here? Already in range. One more of those will get it done. The dare is going to miss. Gonna kind of fizzle out there on the side of the stage. Okay. Malvin trying to get anything he can. That Sayer's not going to be enough. Big old girthy sides there, but he's not going to find a way to get back to stage. There's going to be a full stock advantage for KeithThePooPoo here.
He's playing all orb as well. I mean, like, it's literally all orb from Keith. He's playing really, really well. And I know I said, like, okay, I want to see him play the orb early on in the stocks, but he's making it work at any time in the stock. He's like, I play orb all the time and do so much damage to find the KOs as well.
Coach PJ here, picking the legends, picking everything, picking the play style. I love it.
Malovent, nice dodge, or nice recovery there. Trying to call out Keith, but Keith is fighting back to extra credit, avoids the down sig. Great discipline from Keith.
He's still fishing unarmed. 5 hits, 6 in the nair, not gonna be enough. Tall ceiling. Ooh, that Sayer though will
Just
be
makes it
enough.
nice and easy.
There it is.
Wow.
2-1 for Keith. He's getting it done on the Thor for you, PJ.
Cool to see. He's playing really, really well. I have to give my the credit where credit is due. He's playing exactly the way the legend is called for. You pick the orb up at low damage. You build the damage using your high defense so that you can outpace people and hold on to stocks and then pick up a hammer. It's exactly what Keith is doing. It's looking very, very clean.
All right, Malovent.
I will be studying this set. I will be stealing a lot of this.
Nice.
So
PJ always out here doing his homework. I love it. Malovent though, trying to somehow, some way, turn the tides, turn the momentum back to his favor. One more try on the Patrick Star to try and get something going here. Is it going to be enough to shut down the Thor from KeithThePooPoo?
We'll see.
I love saying his name. It makes me feel like
that's a great name.
It makes me feel like a kid again.
3, 2, 1, brawl.
All right, here we go. A little change of scenery. Oh, okay. Good opening
Malovent starting mad aggressive. Yeah, that's a lot of damage to start off the game. Nice movement from both players, though. The respect in center stage. The map change. I don't like this map as Thor. I think it's a little bit tough sometimes when the platforms are like super low to the ground. They interrupt a lot of your orb play in the corner. And we'll see that similar situation here as Malovent holds this soft platform, but Keith lands on its sidelight into side air. A side air comes out from Malovent, though the damage is slowly leading to Malovent taking this big lead here.
He is. I love to see it, seeing some good momentum in his direction. The scoop could not get a follow-up off of it. Is Keith going to be able to get down to that weapon? He wants it bad. He can't get in there. The neutral sig going to come out.
Nice wait.
Okay,
realizing that the end stick is not lagging enough to go for the weapon. Yeah, really, really smart. Great patience as well. Malovent looking for the side light and the side stick as well. You have to be very careful about that. Don't whiff too close to Patrick.
Scoop is not
no score.
No, scoop no score. I like that. Not enough momentum, not enough force off of that. That Sayer is going to be plenty. Some change to get it done. Going to send Keith off. First to strike is Malovent. Is he going to be able to extend this? Take us to a game at number 5 even? Could we see it here? Seed 1, Seed 2 is definitely heating up, PJ.
Absolutely. Even on the pick that he's not used to, Keith makes it happen and keeps it close. But Malovent saying, it's not enough. We're going to need to see you swap on game 5 because I'm taking apart this Thor. Side air comes out now. Malovent holding the wall here. Okay, I like the patience. I like going for the extra credit. The recovery doesn't KO, though. And the side air will. Really, really great drift. Really, really smart stuff. And Keith cycles over to an orb once again.
And rinse and repeat for KeithThePooPoo here. We saw this last game too. He went down at the beginning of the game and was able to bring it back, extend the lead. Sidelight Sayer, good damage output, finishing up with a 3-piece, getting the recovery out of it as well. Catching with the neutral light, another Nair. Keith racking up so much damage here. Just getting those 1 pieces, another Sidelight Sayer. Malovent, fight back.
Goes for the end stick. I like the attempt to find a way to close out a stock very early. Side light is a little bit too aggressive from Keith, but it doesn't get punished, so it's okay. I love that slide off side light as well.
In, bro.
Another side air comes out. Yeah, the orb is just looking too strong.
Okay, stop Sayer. That's good damage, though. I mean, that's at least 85 damage off the Taros. That stomp Sayer.
Keith using the orb recovery to ride the wall to avoid getting hit with the weapon toss into the hammer pickup recovery. Oh, the movement. I love it. So smart. The side air not punishable, but finally gets caught in the platform movement. The weapon toss comes out, but Malovent can't close it out. Keith picking up an orb, but losing the stock, and now Malovent with an opportunity to build some extra credit and force game 5.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Keith's got it. Oh, okay. That's exactly what Keith needed. He needed it right there. And before chat even says, I know it's not 85 damage. Okay. As we settle in here, it comes down to this stock here from Malovent. He needs to be able to extend this set to a game number 5. But Keith dancing around the movement is in full effect here. Back-to-back swings from Malovent are going to go ahead and connect. 3 unanswered attacks. That's some good damage buildup off the Taros. Whiffing through the D-Light. But Keith now has that hammer, has a little more range, a little more extension. He throws it away. Going to get that orb. But no, he catches another attack from Malovent.
Yeah, this is where I'm saying the stage is a little bit difficult when the platforms are in this format and Malovent can hold the stage with the axe, but now that the platforms are moving a little bit, Keith with an opportunity here, gets the sidelight. No! Thought he was going to go for the whiff punish. He didn't go for it. Instead, just using the movement. Playing very, very smart. He knows 3 more hits and you're in KO range.
Okay, searching. All right, well, this is the dance off of the century here in neutral. Both these players trying to find an opening. This is chess. Chat.
Super try hard. This is super like. This is exactly what you want to see. Like slowing it down at the most possible. He's getting a side air there. The action starts.
Okay. He's still at the. Oh, that stomps there. Not
no.
quite enough. But 1 more of those is going to spell defeat in game number 4 for Keith. And the Nair. Not quite enough force to get it done.
High defense core. Thor. D-Light into Nair. Goes for the GC side air. Sidelight. It gets punished by the side air from Malovent. And we go to game 5.
Game 5 indeed. Keith, I'm sure, is going to swap off that Thor. something a little more guaranteed, I would imagine, because that was rough. Malovent getting it done there in game number 4, extending it out. Keith, I think we're just gonna get a full restart on his game. Things weren't feeling nice.
Absolutely. We go to game 5 now. Keith saying I'm going to restart my game real quick. And yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty
Keith
much.
restarts and we get into this next game. It was really cool to see the Thor. I expect to see a swap here, but he might prove me wrong.
No, I think we will. Every game, I mean, even ones when he won, were close. He did not have, it was not as dominating as we have seen in his other sets. I mean, this is against, Power Rank 2, against Seed, not Power Rank 2, but Seed 2 rather. So that does make things a little more difficult, but I think we are going to see something that we've seen him play throughout the night, whether the Kaya comes back out or maybe the Mordex, or one of the other legends, because the Thor just is not quite getting it done, but he's going to lock in the Thor here in a second, I'm sure, and make me look really dumb.
Whoa, what is this transition?
That was a great transition. I love to see it from production. Sandwick back there, just the maestro, just the puppet master with the strings back there, just making everything work, conducting his orchestra, if you will. I love to see it. I love to see it. And well, see, yep, I'm stupid. Keith says we're going to quadruple down. No, there's 5. But a lot of downs on Thor, and try and get it done here, or maybe not. Maybe we're changing the drip. No.
Ooh, we see a swap over to Diamond Head. That's that's Caspian, right?
Yeah.
Got a Caspian pick here.
That's,
what the heck?
That's an answer.
I don't even know what to say. I know Keith is really, really good on Katars, and we saw him do really well on Mordex, which obviously has Gauntlet, so it's not like the most crazy thing ever, but
still,
Diamond Head is glitched and doesn't hold a second Katar.
Ayo?
Never knew that. Let's get that to the bug people, whoever that is. We go into game number 1 here with the slow cube transition. Here we go.
All right, the final game of Elimination Finals. KeithThePooPoo putting it all on the line with the Diamond Head lock-in. And we're going to see... Oh, no.
He almost lost the game.
No.
That would have been the game over.
Oh, no. It was almost really bad. You do not want to see a slip like that in Game 5. But luckily, no harm, no foul there, as Keith now has those guitars in hand and is trying to get something going here. Reaching up with the Nair. Can't find anything. Double Nair, double whiff.
I like the Qatar pick right now. As it is known, it's a choice to lose on Qatars, and Keith will show that he chooses to win on it. The downlight comes out and goes for the GC Ensig off the Nair that's sent upwards.
Okay. Malovent is trying to stay grounded, keeping his feet firmly planted. The scoop gonna send Keith up. Malovent bringing things back down the stage though. Okay, nice Nair, keeping the spacing, keeping the distance. Sarah's going to send Keith all the way out. Double Sarah is going to confirm the stock. Malovent has now got the lead. He is 2 stocks away from going back to Grand Finals.
Just needs this one to work out. Just needs that extra credit that Taros is known for getting with Keith there. Not expecting to pick up the weapons in that interaction. The landing side air into the weapon toss after the end light. And so much damage building now. The hammer chipping away at the Diamond Head.
Chipping away indeed. Is he going to find his... Oh, no, wait. Okay.
Where are we going?
We're going down. Either way, it is not working out. All right. Malovent back in action, trying to get that weapon drop. Okay. The neutral light is going to go ahead and connect. And we got Hammer back in tow.
Oh, the movement from Keith. Gets the side light into the corner as Malovent gets caught in his own movement, the recovery as well. And this is where Keith starts to pick you apart.
The juggle is crazy. Could not get the recovery. Coming back in the direction stage, though. Finally, a stop Sarah and a side sig coming from the hands of the Taros. The Patrick Star. I'm going to send KeithThePooPoo on his final stock and tournament stock if he can't figure it out.
So lights coming out here. And Keith with the movement here on Demon Island. Dash jump into Nair. Goes for the recovery. Malovent looking for those few hits you need. 8 hits separates you from Grand Finals, man. But the GC side sig will make it difficult as Keith gets a 0 to KO.
Oh, he needed that. That was so clutch. Can he finish it up, though? So clutch.
Oh, the box dodge into the recovery. Landings with an air as well. Malovent looking to get something started here. The tricks won't work in game number 5. Keith is too adapted for it, but the D-Light into the down air, going for the nair, but doesn't find it. The landing side air does a lot of damage. Keith forcing malovent off stage, but a landing there gives malovent another chance back at center stage.
Oh no, you can see
the damage slowly building. It's so tough for Keith here.
The tough for both of them. So much stress. You can see it in both these players. Keith trying to get back on stage. Here we go. Qatar's back in hand. The nair's gonna whiff again. malovent doing a great job staying out of the way of that. Keith cannot get hit anymore. He literally can't get hit. Nope, that's it. D-Sig's going to be enough to get it done. And malovent going to send KeithThePooPoo out of Southeast Asia Showdown and out of this bracket as he goes back up top to fight Heavy, who has been on the run of his life today.
The king will fall at Southeast Asia Showdown 13, but only at 3rd place. Not the run that he wanted to see. I'm sure he wanted to win the tournament after spring, but malovent locks himself into a top 2 placement and a run back over Heavy. We'll see who is able to take it on this run back.
Is it a run back?
Yeah. Remember, Heavy
I'm
beat
sure,
malovent in winners finals. Yeah.
It is 3:40 in the morning, chat. I'm doing my best.
I think we're doing a great job.
Yes, sir. Yes. As we get ready, I think actually, if I'm not mistaken, we got to let things. We got to build the scene. We got to build the mood for grand finals, and that means we need to take a quick break before we get into grand finals.
I think so. We're gonna leave you on a cliffhanger. If you want to see who's gonna win Southeast Shout out Foda. Southeast Showdown 13. Stay tuned after the break. We'll be right back, though. Don't go anywhere for grand finals. See you soon. Welcome back, everybody, to SEA Showdown Mark 13. I'm PJ the Puff, joined by Slow Motion. We are in grand finals. I'm looking the wrong way. I'm looking over here. That's where my camera used to be. You're right here. Southeast Showdown Mark 13. We're here in grand finals. We got Heavy and malovent, seed number 13, on a dream run, Cinderella run in Southeast Asia versus malovent, seed number 2. How are you feeling, Slow Motion?
I'm feeling. It's been a fun bracket. This has been good. We've seen a good variety of legends, aside from your staple Taros when times get tough. It's been good. We've seen some great gameplay. Keith, one of the best clips I've seen so far this year. in ones anyway. I can think of a twos clip that hit harder than that, but as ones go, that was pretty sexy. So we're gonna see what happens here in grand finals. I think both the players are in, ready to go. We got a Malovent and a Heavy. Real Cinderella story, as you said, for Heavy here. See if he's gonna be able to finish this up. He fought Malovent in the winners finals, was able to be victorious 3-1 in that set. So he's definitely got the capability to get it done. We're just gonna see if Malovent's gonna be able to step it up, change the tide, and do it twice. Does need a total of 6 wins to get the job done.
We get into our next game here, our next set, our grand final set of the tournament. I believe the players are waiting for confirmation from production that they're ready to go. But yeah, we'll see.
Who has leader?
Maybe it's me. No, SCA Showdown has leader. We're all good.
Go.
There we go. Okay. Production's letting us know that. That's his way of telling the players that we're ready to go. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you at home that are tuning in from North America, we appreciate you all so much for staying up with us. It's 12:42 a.m. for me. It's 3:42 a.m. for Sandwick and Slow Motion. I want to give a quick shout out to NSYNC for putting on these great tournaments and having casting talent, developing casting talent, and having us here. We're happy to give back to Southeast Asia community, so loyal to gaming, but also Brawlhalla. We love to be able to spotlight them here, and I'm just happy to be here with you, Slow Motion.
I agree. Like, I've just the way the schedule has worked out, my remote weekends have turned into in-studio weekends, and I actually haven't really got to do any Southeast Asia this year. So it's been nice to actually be able to commentate a bracket for them and see some players that I haven't seen before or in a very long time, and it's been good.
Yeah, and we got to see some of the top talent in Southeast Asia. It's always cool to see people show up for the bracket and play out for us. We'll see if we get how this goes as we get into the next set.
Next set for sure. As I think Heavy is trying to get things ready to go here. Looks like Malovent is going to stay on at this Patrick Star. Why not? It has worked out so well for him so far. All right. Heavy on the Knicks. Going to see some more of that Blaster gameplay.
Here we go. Getting into the next thing. And I think somebody just said something in the chat. I'm going to fact check it because I want to be sure before I say it. Yeah, Keith has yet to win a Southeast Asia Showdown. Actually, no, he won one in April of last year, so he's somebody that can win them, but usually doesn't, as we get some pretty interesting Grand Finals matchups. We got Malovent versus Heavy into game at number 1 of Grand Finals. Heavy in the winner's side, Malovent having to reset the bracket, so has to win this set and then the next set to win the tournament. So we could be getting one more set, we could be getting 2, but we'll see if who takes this game.
All right, set. Our journey begins in Small World's End. So we will see what happens here. Is Heavy getting that good, a solid offensive string capability out of that side. Got a little outside arrangement. Great weapon toss to be able to get that space to get back up on stage. We're going to let it go on the blasters now. Oh,
yeah, we saw. I mean, yeah. I was. You can go ahead. I was just going to say real quick that like Malovent is really warm, but Heavy looks like he was keeping warm as well, keeping up the pace very well.
I mean, he could have been over in that Southeast Asia Bearded Brawls matchmaking queue, staying warmed up and competing for some money as well. And we're going to see him send him up and out of here. Heavy is the first to strike game number 1, Grand Finals.
Oh my god! Oh, he just hit that crazy combo. The weapon toss full combo on the blasters. Heavy just hits those. That's just like a normal day in the office.
And
it's still less
to put the
damage
pressure.
than Teros does. Okay, the weapon toss as well. Gets
Great
the side air, and Malovent now looking for the KO. That's the ground pound, or that's the recovery, and that's the KO.
That side air was so clutch. Put him in the perfect position to be able to snatch that stock directly away from Heavy. Well played from Malovent to stay in this, and we see more damage. Double
win opportunity.
Oh, yes.
Whenever a Hammer player goes for 3 siders off stage is a win opportunity.
Exactly.
Shout out to experience. Recovery goes out there. Malovent looking for this juggle. Genlight will find the juggle, and Heavy getting put off stage once again.
Great
nice
patience
avoidance on the ground pound. Yeah, I love it. Oh no. Oh
You're
no!
unarmed.
Oh, what is
Why-
he cooking? Oh no!
It worked. Somehow, some way, he comes out pretty much unscathed. Oh, you're not going to stay out of the way of that, though. Stomp a Sayer, going to send him off a stage. Deep red. Grab to cancel.
No way.
D-Light going to connect. Follow up with the Sayer. Can he find anything off of that? Side Light's going to whiff. Malovent going to go ahead and clean it up here. No. Side air from Heavy. Going to send Malovent all the way across stage. Could not get the landing, though. Great stutter on the landing. Malovent going to go ahead and confirm, and he has the super slide advantage.
Can Heavy snowball this lead? That's what the Taros players are known for, getting the damage to snowball the
There it
lead,
is.
but you won't find it there with the D-Light into side air.
All right, dancing around, waiting on those iframes to disappear.
Okay, the weapon toss comes out, side light, that's big. Good start here.
Ooh, nice avoidance from the side sig and getting 3-4 connections after it. Oh, he whiffed on that last one. Could not get a follow up with the recovery, the nair either, or recovery either.
Oh, what a read! Calling out Heavy's dodge in place to take game number 1. Malovent is locked in. That was really, really great reaction and a great read once again.
I'm pretty sure it's exactly what we saw up in winners of finals. Malovent took a game number 1, and then a Heavy turned on the gas. Maybe.
We'll see. I mean, this is kind of what we saw in the previous set. Of course, in winners finals, we did see.
That's exactly
Heavy,
what happened. Okay, yeah, I had.
Heavy locked in Cassidy game 1, then swapped over to the next. So we'll see Heavy, I think, taking the one game to kind of get the warm up here. We'll see if Malovent can continue the pace and roll with the momentum, though. That's always how it is: momentum versus adaptation. Who's able to take it? We'll see if Heavy can do it here.
For sure. All right, Demon Island is the place. Game number 2. See if Heavy is going to make those adjustments like he made in winners finals. Things are on the exact same schedule here as we settle into game number 2.
Oh, landing with an air there. Heavy with the movement on the blasters here. Gets the side light into side air. Malovent looking to get a reversal with
That's
that
so
side air, but the
nasty,
GC
bro.
downlight into side air. I mean, Heavy is looking crazy on the blasters. He looks so solid. So controlled.
It's like that too. It's so hard to stay consistent on blasters. At least for me. Like, I lose... I get inconsistent with them the longer that I play them, and it's just a hard weapon to stay locked in on. And Heavy is making it look absolutely easy here as he gets the first stock with ease, and now swapping over to Scythe to try and chip away at the second one. Stop. Sayer's going to take a huge chunk into his, though. Here we go. Good positioning. Another Sayer for... staying out of the way of the side sig. 2-piece off the end of it, throwing the Scythe down, getting caught with the Sayer on the landing. Double Sayer. Stock is gone.
And just like that, just goes so crazy. Side light, side airs, the damage build, the KO potential. This is the Taros that we all know and maybe love or hate, doesn't matter. Malovent going for it all day with that ground pound. Does connect, it's big damage. Heavy with a great extension off the GC downlight. Gets the down air into side air. Juggles with an air, gets the side air as well. Malovent, okay, finally lands with the side air.
Oh. He's trying to catch a landing.
Oh.
That was risky from both of them. Malovent coming out on top, though, but the D-Light in the Sayer. Oh, no, he has no options except knockout. That's his only option.
Wow.
As he's sent down to the bottom of Demon Island. Malovent is a stock away from being up 2 games in the set and in a damn good position to be able to reset this bracket.
Heavy looking for the KO option here, but Malovent won't make it easy. Big conversion there, but Heavy gets the D-Light into recovery to interrupt the signature, and Heavy with an opportunity to take game number 2 and keep this set even here. Force into it a best of 3, essentially. And the movement, the weapon toss, the feinting. Dodging away, knowing that Malovent wants the downlight. That's what he's looking for here.
He's doing his best not to give it to him.
Oh my goodness.
Good damage being built up. Oh
no.
He snatched him out of thin air, caught the landing, sends him up with the recovery. Oh no, that is so bad. That was a lot of damage built up. Heavy is in a very dangerous situation. That Sayer's going to be enough. That's it. Two games to 0. 1 away from resetting this bracket. Heavy, does he put the brakes on now, or do we have to go with the reset?
We will see right now. Heavy has what it takes. Regardless, Heavy will need to win 3 games in a row to take this set. The reverse 3-0 is the only potential for him to take this set. Otherwise, malovent goes to the reset. Where the winner of that will decide the tournament. This has been an interesting develop where malovent has beaten Keith and then now forcing game 3 on Heavy with a 2-0 lead. He's looking really, really solid.
Yeah, he's looking really good indeed. Been the first one to really kind of put the brakes on Heavy so far tonight. Heavy still struggling to get a win in this grand finals. He's got to get it together. He's got to bring his mental back down to grounded and figure out what he can do. And that is a swap. Okay, we're going to see some Sidra come onto the stage. We're going to see some cannon, some sword. Definitely a different mix-up for this Patrick Star from malovent.
We get into our next game and Heavy. I mean, this is just, to me, a crazy pick, right? I mean, he's picking over into a legend that, you know, has 2 weapons that aren't necessarily loved right now in the meta. We pick away from, you know, the high priority next pick, and instead we go over to the Sidra. I'm interested to see how it works. He's going to have to make something happen here as we go to small world. And for game number 3, malovent at the cusp of a reset into grand finals. We'll see.
See if he's going to be able to do it.
He's not a sword player. I see it.
Yeah, I mean,
I see the vision.
I didn't figure sword was the vision.
Yeah.
We kind of figured that it was going to be the cheese of the cannon cheese, if you will. And we're seeing it already. The Nair, though, just a frame perfect, shutting it down. Heavy getting absolutely picked apart, dismantled, and tossed out with the trash in game number 1. I mean, in stock number 1. Well played from malovent.
Just looking for the grounded hits. GC downlight into the Nair for some damage. The D-light into nothing as Heavy looks to make something happen on the unarmed. Hasn't been working on the sword or the cannon, so maybe the unarmed is the play, but there are definitely better picks on unarmed than Sidra. The side air comes out there. malovent looking for the whiff punish, finds it with the D-light into side air. And malovent looks unstoppable. It looks like a grand finals reset is what we will see.
I mean, unless something comes out of Heavy real quick. Okay, see, I had an edge guard opportunity here. One, Sayer is not gonna do it, my friend. You are not one Sayer at a time against Taros. Is the job ever gonna get done? That stock is melting away as well, staying out of the way. Great reversal, hit him again. Oh no, his accuracy was off. He misfired. There it is though.
The Ensig will find it. A great way to punish somebody that's directly in front of you. On the sword, definitely has a lot more KO potential as well. Sidelight into side air. Goes for another one there. Landing back with an air. Sidelight. Heavy trying to make something happen on the cannon. You love to see it. He's still fighting back. He doesn't want the set to be over yet. He doesn't want to go to a reset slow motion.
The
and
cannon
Heavy will
cheese!
show why not.
The cannon cheese in full effect. There it is. And, I mean, honestly, it's working. Okay. malovent needs the stock and he wants it right now. He's trying not to give up any extra credit. Okay, Sayer's gonna try and get it back going in his direction. Sayer coast to coast isn't gonna be enough though. Unarmed recovery, come back up on stage. Stop Sayer out of here on the final stock. What? Oh my goodness. I don't know what's gonna happen, PJ.
If I had to guess, malovent is going to hit him 6 more times and win the game when we go to a reset. That's my call. He hit once.
I can't stand you. He's going to hit him 6 more times in the game.
That's
like
3.
it.
Who's counting?
Not PJ. Not PJ.
That's the 4th. That's the 5th.
Wait,
one more, malovent. You have one more. It's all you need.
He's almost in knockout range. Wait a second. Oh no!
That's 6 and 7. I was wrong, but malovent literally just needs one more hit, and there it is. The D-light side air. malovent resets grand finals with a 3-0, very dominant game. I felt it. I felt the moment where Heavy had all that momentum with a 0 to KO, but malovent picks up a hammer and he's just calm. He's not stressed. He's not worried, and he showed I can reset the bracket off this hammer play. It worked,
bro. That was gross. That was just absolutely gross. Okay, all right, grand finals. Oh, let's see. Yeah, that 0 to death though from Heavy was so sick, and that was the cannon vision. That was the vision. That is why he locked it in. Looks like he's gonna go ahead and reset his game and let us do a little yapping for a second. I don't know what I want to yap about though. It's 4 a.m. PJ.
Yeah, it's tough. You know, we've been here, and we've just continued to you know, continue to fill the time, but we
Yeah,
see a
yeah,
reset
yeah.
here. I definitely have to respect the reset.
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
I mean, it's nice that after Heavy has had such a run that he has had today, to finally see somebody draw a line in the sand and say enough is enough, and put the reset on him. Hopefully it'll be enough. We'll see what happens here. Heavy, we talked about it again. A seed 13 going up against a seed number 2, trying to clinch out of Grand Finals, as we did get the reset from Malevolent. As we are gonna both be on elimination side and try and put a tiny little ribbon bow on this one, PJ.
Yeah, I mean, Malovent continues to be incredibly efficient and lethal with his terrorist pick, and that's exactly what you expect to see on a legend with so much strength, so much ability to just take over the game in a moment's notice, and that's exactly what we're seeing, and it's working out really, really well. We'll see, though, if we can continue the success into this Grand Finals reset. Heavy might be looking to, you know, not only reset his game, but also hopefully his mental as we get back into this one. It's you know, it's definitely a big ask for sure. Oops.
We got new contender PJ the Puff coming into the lobby.
Yeah, that is how you immediately lose tournaments, is by tagging in PJ. But got some people in the chat. Before anything, real quick, I want to do a couple of shouts here. We got midseason coming up, start.gg/Brawlhalla for information on that if you're going over to Florida. I also want to once again address the fact that you need to link your StartGG and Challenger mode account to the stat tool. So I'm going to link it in the chat, actually, if I can find it here. Brawlhalla.com/esports/linking. I'm going to spam it in the chat. I'm sorry. Okay, I can't spam anything, but I will post it in the chat. Please, if you haven't already at home, if you're somebody that plays in tournaments, please make sure you link your StartGG and Challenger mode accounts to the stat tool so that we can continue to tell the story that makes Brawlhalla so special. We can't tell the stories if you don't tell us who you are, and the best way to tell us who you are is through the stat tool. Thank you all so much for listening to us, and we're waiting.
We are waiting. Oh,
there we go. Look at this.
Look, it's so easy. It takes 10 seconds. You click the sign in, you click the sign in, you click the link, and you're done.
It's over. It really won't take too long.
Yeah, super, super close up. Yeah.
Tax evasion, thank you. Appreciate you, man.
It's that easy, bro.
Thank you. Yeah. Like, I know it's a little inconvenient to have to do this again or whatever. I don't know if they've ever done this before, but we do appreciate you taking like the 2 minutes to do it, because we cannot like tell the stories.
You know what's even more inconvenient than not taking the 10 seconds to do it? Not being seeded in the next tournament.
Yeah, not being seeded in the next tournament. You hearing PJ go, KeithThePooPoo, not PR'd. Never heard of this guy.
Never
heard
I
will
of
do
him.
That. You know what I mean? Like, I know who you are, Keith. You know what I'm saying? But I will do that if you do not sign up for it, because I will only read off what goes on my stat tool. That is
there you go.
Our little tool that helps us. So once again, please make sure you do it.
All right, it is time, PJ. We have Heavy back in the lobby, back in the arena. And what legend are we going to see from our friend Heavy here?
We'll see.
He's thinking, maybe, about his life choices here and what he can do. We're back to the Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We'll see if it's going to work out for him, as this will be the final set of the night, no matter what. SEA Showdown. Another big shout out to everybody who makes this possible. Blue Mammoth Games, BCTI, INSIG, of course. A thank you to all of the people involved as we settle in here for your grand finals reset between Malovent and Heavy.
We get into game number 1 now. Whoever wins this set wins Southeast Asia Showdown.
3, 2, 1.
We'll see it start off here on Small Fortress of Lions.
All right. Haven't seen a whole lot of this tonight. See if it works out, or who it works out for the most here in game number 1. Heavy's got a lot of work to do. Malovent looks like he's just been locked in. Has looked amazing, especially as the further that grand finals went, the better he looked. And he is piecing up Heavy right now. That stock is gone.
Okay, the movement from malovent and Heavy. I mean, a lot of initiative now being forced onto Heavy, as Heavy needs to find a way to KO this Terrace without taking too much extra credit. malovent utilizing all his jumps to try to mix up when he's landing and get his landing hitboxes.
Neither one of these players fighting too much. The side light is going to connect. malovent dodges through the next one, staying out of the way. The side sig, picking up a scoop. Okay, grab to cancel. D-light into Sayer. Bread and butter off the blasters. Not a whole lot of extension off of it, though.
Okay, nice scoop there. Nice damage from malovent, of course, Heavy. I mean, needing to find the D-light here, but you have to be really careful on how telegraphed you are, because malovent is really good at stopping his movement to land and get a D-light out to interrupt you. Something I've been noticing as the set continues on. Precision is the name of the game. Downlight comes out, the side light from Heavy. You look for an edge guard now. The D-light doesn't find the poke, but the side light will. The weapon toss follows up from Heavy. malovent having to hold on to the wall here, but you're still up a stock, so Heavy's happy to find this KO and stop the bleeding.
Stop it, indeed. And a great job, actually, keeping things pretty close. Heavy trying to get a little stride going here. Oh, that weapon throw into side light was actually pretty cheeky. Catching the lane again, letting the neutral lights fly, staying out of the way of the down sig. Okay, we're seeing some good momentum from Heavy here as he is landing his shots. Oh, I'm scared. Oh, I saw the vision, but so did a malovent.
Okay, juicy downlight into recovery. Does it KO? No, it doesn't. Weapon toss goes up as well. Oh, the haymaker. So much aggression.
All right, this is so close. Heavy, definitely, we're seeing definitely a much better play from him in this reset than we did in Grand Finals. malovent kind of had his way with him there for the entirety of the set, and we're seeing a breath of life out of Heavy here, as that is going to be enough to confirm the stock. He has the lead. Can he confirm it?
We'll see now. I mean, we've seen malovent with a lead every single game of this Grand Finals, and malovent will fight right back to even up the stock count. This is a scary spot to be in versus Terrace for sure.
Scary spot indeed. All right, there's a lot riding. I mean, I know it's only game number 1 in this reset, but there's so much riding on this. The momentum is so important.
Okay, Nair into recovery. Doesn't connect, but a landing side air. So malovent tries to get this damage built up on the hammer. The side light comes out and beats out the dodge in place with the end light. A classic hammer conversion.
Oh, he's cooking.
Wow. Oh, if he recovered there, that was really, really scary for Heavy, I think.
Grabbed a cancel D-sig. He got lucky. They didn't get punished. He just kind of let it rip. The neutral sig again. We're going to punish it that time, though.
Oh. Oh!
The lead's gone.
That has no lag. That's crazy.
The lead is gone. Stop, Sayer. Could it be enough for malovent? Scoop is not going to be enough, but he is definitely in knockout range now. Another scoop, third time would be the charm in this situation. Can he find it? He's looking for that D-light. He's looking for that stop. Boom. He's got it. There's the stock. There's the game. He is 2 away.
malovent looks really, really solid right now and puts Heavy on check. I mean, now it's the lead going over to malovent. Heavy had that that extra set of Grand Finals to his side in the last set, but now it looks tough.
Looks real tough, actually. They're not going to waste their time, though. We are going to go ahead and... Oh, okay. I like the swap. I like the swap. We've seen it. We've seen it from him one other game, I believe, this evening. Or was it Keith? It was Keith that swapped onto the Mordex. I'm tripping. But we got Miami Dome, Demon Island, Small Fortress Alliance left, and we are going to take it back because all of things begin and end at Miami Dome. I mean, not Miami Dome, but Demon Island. I know what I said.
We get into our next game. And now malovent with an opportunity to put this tournament in the bag for himself. If he can get this game, get that comfort of having to force Heavy to reverse 3-0. And I like the trying to make something happen on the Mordex here, but like malovent is looking unstoppable right now.
He really is. I think these gauntlets might be able to shake something up a little bit. Once again, if Heavy can just be able to extend those strings. He was having a hard time making it happen on the scythe.
The movement?
The movement is there.
All right, what are we cooking with that? I'm not too sure.
He's being very methodical, very careful. Just kind of getting the 1-2s in a bit. If he allows a malovent to do the same, you do not want to trade damage with the Taros.
I love this movement so far. Okay, nice conversion. Man, it feels like Heavy cannot do anything simple. Everything has to be like the coolest version of it. And it's really sick and it's really optimal, but I want to see him simplify sometimes and just get the confirmed damage.
He's having a real hard time getting in there with it. We got the gauntlets back in hand. Okay, this one is down to a crawl as we are a minute 10 into this game and we are not even in orange.
It's all movement here on Demon Island. That's what it always has been, and it always will be. No soft platforms, just straight Brawlhalla on a stage with small walls and the ability to go underneath it. Nice scoop there, down air. I love to see this from malovent. Heavy, looking for that GC sidelight. Looking for any sort of aggressive option when malovent is in the corner. I like that dribble into the weapon pickup nair.
Ooh.
GC sidelight doesn't connect, though.
It was so close. He's going to punish that with a grounded recovery. Okay, I like the option. I figured we'd see the dare come out there. But another recovery, still not going to kill. Surely, a third one. Surely, PJ in the third one does get the job done. Just picking out grounded recoveries at will, just like it's easy. It's fine.
Okay, goes for the end light there. Picks up an axe. Here we go. The movement. He's so clean with it. Okay, Heavy had an opportunity to kind of flip it and put malovent in a bad spot. We don't see the attempt there, but keeps it on stage. Nice pick up there. Big extension. Heavy picks up the weapon.
Okay. Finally see the lead forming for Heavy here. Especially if he can hold on to this and confirm, be able to send malovent down to his final stock. That would be super huge for Heavy here in game number 1. But that scoop is going to confirm first stock just now falling. Malovent very, very close to knockout range. He's got to be careful here.
Absolutely. We get into this with malovent having the deficit, but I mean, it's Taros, so like a couple hits here, the damage will even up. I like that attempt because everybody goes for end light into side light, but instead going for the signature there to cover both behind and in front. Side light into recovery. Here we go, Heavy. Gets another punish, but this time malovent just dodges downwards. It feels like the pace of the match has slowed down considerably. I don't know if it's just me. Maybe I'm getting tired, but
you don't say.
But it's definitely slower for sure.
It is definitely, especially compared to last set. I mean, we are almost at the halfway point of the 8 minutes, and we are about halfway point of this game as well. So they are definitely getting the full extension of the time allotted here. As finally we're getting towards the tail end of the second stocks. Who is going to be the one to strike here and get that advantage? This is game number 2 here. Is Heavy trying to tie things up.
Wow, the down sig attempt there. We saw the vest go on for the Patrick, but it gets interrupted with the side light into recovery to close it out immediately.
Immediately indeed. Okay, we're seeing some good extension off the side. Oh, that was a good opportunity, but the sweat beats came out and he went ahead and retreated to go back to stage. But throw out, everybody's unarmed. Okay, malovent finds the weapon, hammer in hand, big whiff onto the neutral sig. Ooh, that was risky and you're gonna pay for it.
Ooh, didn't find the weapon toss though. Heavy somehow making it back to dodge, coming back on just in time. And malovent gets sent with downwards into the down air, and it's just not enough to make it back. Heavy strikes back on the Mordex swap and takes game number 2.
All right, we are
now.
Oh, a chance. We've got a set. I mean, we saw just the 3-0 walk by malovent in grand finals, so it's nice to see that we actually have a set with Heavy finally on a game number 5, fighting back and saying, no, I'm going to go ahead and take one. And we're going to get extended into game number 2 here of the Grand Finals reset as we are all tied up. So another pivotal game here as we talked about game number 1, taking that momentum to be able to go into the rest of the set. We're now in that situation again where we are 1-1. Game 3 decides who has that momentum going into the rest of the set. It's very important to be able to take that for yourself and be able to get that. So we are going to obviously stay on the Taros, the Patrick Star from malovent. And I'm interested to see if we're going to get a swap off the Mordex from Habi or if he is going to keep it. Yes, we are not going to swap on win. And here we go.
Getting into the game number 3 now. Whoever wins this decides who has that set advantage and forces the game point and potentially the tournament point. We go right over to Demon Island, though. And here we go.
All right.
We'll see if this is. I'm really curious on if the pace of this match is going to be equally as slow as the last one. In the last game, I mean, because I feel like the last game felt like such an outlier in these two's body of work, but we'll have to see for sure now.
It definitely. I mean, you could definitely feel the pace. It was a game of movement in game number 2. We're seeing them kind of be a little more aggressive here in game number 3, trying to kind of letting it loose a little bit more here. There's malovent trying to lay down that edge guard, can't find it with the nair. Heavy just gonna get the one, not gonna extend off of it. But there we go, side light into nothing, but gonna catch the recovery as malovent comes back down the stage. Top Sayer, that's a stock, maybe. Yes, there we go. Side charge, a break dance is gonna go and get it done. A malovent with the stock advantage.
And just like that, I asked, is this going to be a long game like the previous? And malovent saying, well, not quite. I'll find the KOs very early for you, PJ.
Just for you, PJ. Just for you personally.
Yeah, he has no other motive but to make me happy. That's how it works. It's all about us.
As it should be.
GC side, as it should be. You see the end light from malovent now as Heavy tries to go for the GC signature. Get back on the stage, the end light comes out as well. And we see that movement from malovent, forcing Heavy to land in front of him into that end light. It's cool to see.
Oh, the axe swings are building. Okay, nice reversal.
Good side leg. Oh, wow. The great dodge there from Heavy to avoid that reversal attempt with that recovery from the axe. And Heavy takes the stock, but is not looking so comfortable for sure. D-Light into side air will close out the stock.
It is a little dire for sure, but he is starting to get a little damage off of it. We see a couple of swings with the side there. Left unarmed at the mercy of that side air, and that's going to send him down onto his final stock.
Here we go. malovent with an opportunity to put the set on the line here. Okay, he won't find it there. Heavy going for that downer there. Gets the ground pound as well. Goes for the GC side light. Looking to close out that stock outright. And Heavy with the exclamation point. Has to land back to center stage. D-Light into the down air. And the nair doesn't connect. But malovent has so much control over this game. And Heavy is just getting stray hits. It's not leading to much more than that.
No, not a whole lot of damage build up. But that's going to leave a mark. Oh, you forgot something. There you go, Heavy. Still gets back in time to go ahead and clean up that stock. Very nice. And we are going to be all tied up on this final stock. Oh, this is for the advantage going into game number 4. This is a big stock, a big moment for both these players.
And the movement, the side air coming out as well. Okay, big nair there. That's a great opportunity. Gets the scoop as well. Not enough to KO, but that nair will continue the juggle. Another nair. One more big hit, one more D-Light, but Heavy with an opportunity there. I saw the vision on the gauntlets, but he didn't find anything. D-Light into side light, no dodge from malovent, not wanting to give anything crazy. What? Gets the GC down, gets the narrow, so the side air comes out Heavy with the D-Light. If that connected, that could have been the game, but he throws the weapon away. And we go back to the calm of malovent, getting the side air to close the game.
All of that to be shut down by a Sayer, bro. Come on.
Yep. So close.
Yeah, chat says all out for a Sayer. Swear. It's heartbreaking. It is absolutely heartbreaking, but it is going to be a well-earned victory. He is up 2-1 going into game number 4. Heavy, we are going to get another reset on his game as we get ready to go into. Oh, nope. There's PJ. There's PJ. Sub it in. Tag it in.
I was trying to hit tab to see who's in the lobby. If he was actually going to reset or if he just hit back. My bad, but we get into this next game. Hopefully soon. We'll see. Heavy has to restart his game.
That's fine. Man.
Speak for yourself. It's not okay. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's okay. He has to reset his game. He's got to feel good about it.
It's just like popping the air in a balloon. Like, the string just comes out and the balloon's getting bigger and bigger and more hype and more hype and more hype. And then a side air just is the pin that just pops it and it goes... There's my waffle.
I think, first of all, yes, you're right. Second of all, malovent, he's a real interesting player because it's just like his mode switching is insane. Like he'll play really, really slow. He'll do triple jump center stage and then do nothing. He'll jump into the corner and then do nothing. And then other times he'll just like side light into sig, into side light sig, into D-Light side air, and it's over. And I'm like, bro, this guy is the craziest, like most like bipolar type player I've ever seen. Like it really is crazy to see how Malovent is able to flip the pace of the match so incredibly. I mean, like, I'm just thinking about it, and it's like, man, it must be so annoying to fight somebody that is so willing to like slow down the pace of the match, like we saw in game number 3, or game number 2, and then immediately just turn on the gas and then KO you super early. It's just crazy.
Yeah, it's got to be a bit of whiplash. But hopefully this reset will get it done because he has got one more chance, one game. While we're waiting, man, you know, I want to say thank you, PJ, and I kind of want to flex a little bit. So I saw PJ just a couple weeks ago, and PJ, not to put out information, but his family owns a jewelry business, if that's okay to say.
Oh yes,
Look what he gave me, chat. Look at my orb necklace. I got an orb necklace from PJ. Isn't that sick? Isn't that sick? Look how sick that is. Yeah.
Brawlhalla merch. Wait a minute. Brawlhalla style stuff. That's really cool. Yeah. Thanks for showing that off.
No, it's awesome. I literally ordered a chain for it the second I got home from Atlanta, and I love it. Thank you.
Yeah, and if you're like, man, that's super cool, and you're like, man, I wonder what other weapons or what else PJ has, or maybe where I can find one.
What else PJ has? The Etsy store coming soon.
Maybe you should follow me on Twitter at @puff_PJ. And streets are saying that PJ might have shipping.
Oh,
that's all I'm gonna say about it. Maybe the infrastructure is there, and I'll ship you a weapon charm if you buy it from me. But that's a little bit of a teaser for them. But yeah, follow me on Twitter, puff_PJ. We get into this next game. Heavy picks up a cannon. All right, here we go.
All right, that's a choice. That's a choice that Heavy is making. He is making this choice, so we'll see what it does. Looking for trying to load up the cannon with a little bit of cheese and try and make something happen here.
Getting into the next game, game number 4. Malovent set point, tournament point right here. He takes this game, he wins.
He does.
See if he can do it.
All right, we are really thinking about this pick.
Yeah, because it's like Malovent's like, all right, I gotta deal with Hammer. So it's like Demon Island, Small World's End on the table. And we see the pick over to Small World's End. He didn't want to deal with the Miami Dome platforms. And we get into game number 4 now, Grand Finals reset.
Look at the reveal. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, production. Silky smooth.
Oh,
all right,
goodness.
Small World's End. Here we go. I'm starting to lose a little bit, chat. It is time for game number 4 of a Grand Finals reset. Heavy. Is he going to keep the dream alive? This run has been insane. I want to see him go to game 5. I want to see him win the thing. See if he's got it.
Okay, Malovent's like, yeah, well, good call. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not going to happen. He's happy to do the big damage here. I'd get the damage going. Okay, Heavy getting the landing cider. Sidelight into cider. Nice dodge away from Malovent. Great timing there to time it with the hit so that you don't give Heavy any extension. D-Sig comes out.
Okay. Cut the dare. Ooh, huge Sarah. Oh,
That's
the
a big
side sig
well,
coming up a little short and going to get the punish. The 2-piece off of that before Malovent able to collect things onto their stage and bring it back to the offense. There we go. Nice catch on the landing. Weapon throw out. Going to swap over to Hammer. There it is right there for him.
Wow.
Going to go ahead and bounce Heavy's face off the side of Small World's End one time for the one time and get that stock. Now it's time to lock in for that extra credit. He needs it.
Triple jumps, landing in the corner. Malovent playing the game plan, swapping over to a very healthy Hammer and a D-Light Cider. That's 20, almost 30 damage there.
Okay.
Down air. Nair comes out. You got to avoid this as Heavy. You're looking to just run away. Keep yourself composed. You don't want to give Malovent extra credit. That's the name of the game here. A side stick comes out, doesn't connect. That Cider will connect. It doesn't KO, but that weapon toss should just all but be over for the Stock GC Sidelight to close out that stock.
That was clean. That was clean and well done from Heavy. He is going to go back to the cannon, try and build up some damage. And it looks like a fish for the knockout with that axe once he gets Malovent into knockout range. Staying grounded so far. A neutral light from Malovent is going to go ahead and tack a little bit more damage onto Heavy here as we're seeing this. We've seen it before, PJ. The neutral dance taking place. The down sig going to go ahead and connect is Heavy, trying to get something going here. de-airing in the wrong direction. Malovent laying down the neutral light, unarmed. The stomp is going to go ahead and whiff. Takes it, scooping all the way off stage. Will bounce off. Sayre's going to catch it, and the stock has been evaporated.
Malovent holding the taunt there, feeling it for sure as we get into this last stock for Heavy, potentially of the tournament. Heavy will have to make some magic happen, a vintage moment in him to force this game number 5, but it's not looking good as Malovent continues to hold this stage, continues to slow down the pace of the match and get those big hits. Big side sig though.
That's big. Okay.
Is it taunt to get bodied? Is it taunt to lose the tournament?
No,
Are we seeing it right now?
Man, that's usually the timeline. That's usually when they do that, they just write it into the script themselves.
No one, you can't count your chickens before you hatch.
Or something
Heavy
like
showing
that.
here. Danzig comes out, Malovent.
Oh,
Double exclamation point, sidelight into cider. Malovent not dodging anything. Down air
Still
comes
building.
out. Boom, boom. Malovent off stage. It's a guess for game.
Not the Tanta loss. Not the Tanta loss. No, there's
Not
no
like this,
way.
man.
There's not like this. Oh, the misfire with the nair. Oh no, there's damage building.
Oh.
Heavy did get a good little lead though. He's got a little room to work with. Oh, Malovent.
He drops D-Light Cider. We drop
There's
D-Light
no way.
Cider.
No, this is grand finals, guys. Grand finals. He drops D-Light Cider. The nerves
have not been here before.
The nerves.
Light's too big.
We're going to game 5. We're going to game 5.
My goodness.
What?
If he taunts, he loses the stock. And Heavy with the core thumbs down. Ladies and gentlemen, they do not script it better than this. Few oftentimes do you get to commentate a match where someone taunts to get bodies, loses, and then the winner puts the thumbs down on the core. Oh my goodness, a fully charged taunt into a fully charged losing the game for game 5.
The toxic sandwich, I love it. Oh my goodness, that's so good. That's so good. The thumbs down was great. That was the best part of this entire tournament. Thank you so much for that, Heavy. That was good.
This is an all-time moment right here. This is a all-time moment. If Malovent loses this game and loses the tournament, ladies and gentlemen, it's just not good, man. It's just not good times. We get into the next game.
Production does not miss. The zoom in was, I mean, it was a triple layered salt sandwich. That was crazy. Okay, all right. As we settle in to what is a game.
Oh no, it's over. Slow motion. Heavy's unstoppable.
There's no way.
It's over.
You can't. We're 20 seconds in. You can't say it's over, BJ.
Okay. Oh yeah, Malovent's dropping conversions now. He's missing downlights. He's looking for any answer to stop the momentum from Heavy, but it's not good. Taunt
to loss would be crazy. Like
structure is almost only as strong as its weakest brick. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Like it's just like it just takes a small crack in the foundation.
He's moving a groove of PJ.
We get the taunt into the end.
Oh yes! Oh, the BM. I love it.
Oh no, the cider doesn't KO though, because Cannon just cannot KO like that sometimes. The end light coming out. No, the D-light instead in Heavy now. 2 stops away. He holds his taunt too.
Heavy, keep it up. Don't stop. Oh, this is good. This is good.
I have the lead now.
These are the storylines that I live for. I love it. Heavy on the amazing run, getting reset by Malovent, and somehow it is slipping away. Heavy has sat up in his chair.
D-light.
No, bro, he's shook. He don't know what to do, PJ.
Malovent, seed number 2 of the tournament. Heavy, seed number 17. A Cinderella story. Losing 4 games in a row. Oh my goodness.
I am hype. PJ is hype. Chat is hype. Oh no. Okay, wait. Oh no, you're knocked out, bro. You're knocked out.
Okay, but no taunts from Malovent. Heavy.
Okay. Oh, maybe
it's his turn to get taunt to get bodied. I don't know. I don't even know what's going on right now. Okay, the sidelight into cider. Another cider. Malovent getting put off stage. Sidelight into weight. Goes for the down air. Gets interrupted by the sidelight from Malovent. Oh, what the heck? What was that? Okay.
All right. He's still got a lead, but Malovent is starting to get things going back in his direction.
Oh!
These players are out of chances. This is it. And Malovent is on his tournament stock.
Heavy. Cycles to a cannon. Malovent. It all comes down to this. Can you muster it within you, or will you be the biggest victim of Tauntaloo's tournament? Brawlhalla might have ever seen. The sidelight comes out, reads the dodge. That's a 3-piece. Big damage.
This is all extra credit. This is all bonus damage. And Amethyst, she is not weak. She hits like a truck. These cannon swings are adding up.
The dodge away. Heavy, patient, side.
Bro, he's cooked.
Holding center stage.
No, he's absolutely cooked. Whoa,
And like goes the wrong way. Okay. Another D-light.
no punish,
conversion.
though.
Heavy.
No punish.
With the movement. One more hit into the corner. One more signature from the Zol. Another side air comes out, getting disarmed this time. The taunt gets held. Heavy with the end light. Is that enough? The weapon toss the dodge. Heavy. It's not enough quite yet. And the side air will take it. Heavy with the GC taunt to close it out. And it is the most glorious taunt of this tournament as Heavy wins the reset and is your SEA Showdown Mark 13 champion. Oh my goodness.
That's so funny. That's so funny. Oh my goodness, that was good. What a roller coaster, PJ. Oh my goodness, he really taunted loss. Yeah, no, it happens. You don't do that. You just don't. I cannot think of how many times in the last 6 years, because it happens more than you think. Somebody taunts and then they just lose the set, bro. They just lost the tournament because he taunted. That was the beginning of the end for Malovent. It's unfortunate.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
The prophecy has been
Crazy run.
Has came true.
Crazy run.
A great run. And I want to give a quick highlight to Heavy because we talk about the theatrics of that grand finals, but it doesn't even come close to telling the story of what Heavy did this tournament. Heavy in this tournament with a 3-2 over Malovent, a 3-1 over Malovent, a 3-0 over Keith. I mean, Malovent and Keith were unable to take down seed number 13 of the tournament. Heavy 100% deserved the win. And a big shout out to him for making it happen.
I'm so
my
sorry.
goodness.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It'll be done in a second. Whoever just followed me, thank you so much. Whoever just followed me, thank you so much. I'm so sorry. Okay. That happened. I forgot all my software was still running. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Wow.
Thank you for the follow.
Congratulations to Heavy. Nonetheless, he wins grand finals. He wins the reset. It's late for us here, but I want to once again give a congratulations to the top 3 of the bracket. In third place, we had, of course, the classic. We had Keith at third place, Malovent at second, and of course, your SEA Showdown Mark 13 champion, Heavy seed number 13 of the tournament. Big shout outs to him for making it happen. We love to see that as Southeast Asia gets defended by Heavy.
No, that's crazy. It's nice to see a new winner in the region. Heck of a run. Great showing. I mean, he literally just he had that one hiccup in grand finals, and then it was just back to work. Great job from him, and being able to have the mental fortitude to lose the grand finals and still come back and be able to shut down the reset, still be able to earn your dub. That was amazing. Great job to him.
Congratulations to Heavy for winning Southeast Asia Showdown Mark 13. And thank you all so much for tuning in. Want to give a quick shout out to, NSIG for making it happen. Shout out to Sandwick running the tournament, getting the production going. Want to give a shout out to my co-caster Slow Motion for holding it down with me tonight. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Slow Motion, before we go, is there anything you want to say?
I made that. That's my thing. Yes.
What it is.
That is Bearded Brawls. You guys remember S Rank? You guys want S Rank back? Well, guess what? It is over at beardedbrawls.com. Every single region, all the 5 top regions, you guys have live 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, matchmaking queues, all attached to leaderboards, all attached to a global leaderboard, all attached with prizes. So get over there, check it out, beardedbrawls.com.
With that being said, once again, beardedbrawls.com to get things from the people here at the production, from NSIG, from Bearded Brawls, from Land Hero, Slow Motion, Sandwick, PJ. We want to say good night or good day to you. Thank you all so much for playing in the tournament and tuning in. But that will do it for SEA Showdown Mark 13. We'll see you next time. There's an NSIG Showdown. Make sure to follow us along on Twitter as well as Challenger Mode. With that being said, good night and see you guys later.